Let's see.
Hey,
Here's
Traveler!
Amber.
I've been looking for you everywhere. How's that wind glider I gave you last time?
Pretty good.
Seems like it's really growing on you.
Alright.
But then again, you don't have a gliding license, do you?
I don't want one.
A gliding license? What's that?
Isn't it obvious? You gotta have a gliding license to legally glide in Mondstadt.
What?
But we've been gliding for ages now. This is the first we've heard about it.
Yeah, you've been gliding all over the place. Everyone's noticed.
So you came looking for us because you want to give us a gliding license?
No way! The Knights of Favonius have strict rules.
Okay.
You need to pass an exam, and only then will the Knights issue your license. Today, I'm here as an examiner to oversee your official gliding exam. I gave you your wing glider, so this is my responsibility. At least that's what Acting Grandmaster Jean would say.
Jean?
An exam? What a pain in the butt.
Cut me
No
some
with a
slack.
capital N-O. Do not challenge the authority of Examiner Amber.
What?
I mean, the whole city saw
The
how well
attitude
you
on
flew
this
the
girl.
day that Storm Terror attacked, so I'm sure you'll have no problems. But we do need to respect the rules and glide properly.
You want Smelly Club?
Here, take this gliding manual. No need to memorize it.
I don't
Just
want
be
Smelly
familiar
Club.
with everything in there. For example, only one person
How's
per
the
wing
audio?
glider. No carrying anything over the set weight limit. No taking off using an animo slime, and so on and so forth.
What?
Anyway, be sure to read it, okay? I had to read a load of big, thick books too when Lisa was teaching me magic.
Wow, that's a big old book.
Great, come find me when you're done. I'll be at Windrise.
Why is there a little girl there? Okay.
When the first wisp of
What?
wind
We
brushed
got
across the
cutscenes.
land,
Alright. I'll just sit and watch.
birds that yearned for the sky had wings, but no way to fly. They asked the animal god, "How can we reach the heavens?" To which the animal god replied, "You have yet to find that which is most important." As the god spoke, the wind thrust the seeds of a dandelion high into the sky. The birds thrust out their wings, but the breeze was all too mild, leaving them to stumble across the earth. So they went to the gorge, where the wind showed off its wild and incomparable strength. They threw themselves off the cliff and flapped their wings amongst the howling winds until they were able to fly freely in the sky. To the animal god they went to gleefully say, "We understand now. All we needed was a stronger wind to fly." In reply, the animal god said, "What you lacked was not wind, but courage. It is courage that has allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world."
Great, you're here. Did you have a good read-through of the gliding manual? Got all the rules down?
I mean, I read it.
Sounds like it was a real drag. I would know. I've been there. Ugh, the gliding manual is super dry. I couldn't get into it at all. Don't tell Jean, though.
Really? Paimon thought there were some pretty cool stories in the gliding manual.
Cool stories? Oh, you must mean the example cases in the appendix.
What?
Some of them I like. My favorite one is about the illegal animo slime takeoff. Apparently, if you pop an animo slime and take off in the burst of wind, it shoots you up really, really high. I really want to try it.
No, not that story. Paimon meant the one with the little bird who wanted to learn to fly.
Oh, okay.
What? Let me take a look. Oh, shoot. This is the storybook I used to read as a kid. Oops, sorry. I put both books in the same pile and must have grabbed the wrong one when I was leaving.
How in the heck do you confuse a bedtime story with an instruction manual?
This is so embarrassing.
What do you think of the story, Smelly?
It's because, maybe deep down inside, that fairy tale is the thing that truly taught me how to glide.
Who's Jean?
What you lacked was not wind. It's courage that's allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world. Reading that gave me the courage to glide, to become an outrider, and to become the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Alright, no worries. We'll see Jean later.
But anyway, let's get back to the exam. Don't be nervous. Just glide like you're used to. Okay then, You just need to follow the marked route to the finish.
Alright, let's go. I don't know why I'm Kaeya. Oh, where am I going? Here you go. I should have picked the Amber. Can I pick Amber still? Wait. I can't switch characters. I guess I'm stuck with Kaeya. Here you go. We're gliding. I can't go down. Whoa! Whoa! What's going on here? Wait, is that it? Ah, that's too easy. Alright, let's talk to Amber with Amber.
You nailed it! But it's no surprise, given the way you handle your glider in a storm. The next part of the exam is in Mondstadt. See you there. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay.
Hey, here! Over here! I'm all set up. Let's carry on with the exam.
Let's do
Same
it.
deal as before. Glide through the marker.
Alright, skip. Alright, here you go. Ha 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 ha. Wait. Whoa, this is hard. Okay. Wait. Oh no. Where am I going? Wait. Chillax. Is there a time limit here? Hey, how's it going?
Seems like you've got the hang of wind gliding now. Let's do the final stage.
Alright, let's do it.
You've flown this way before anyway.
Once you've passed this final stage, you'll finally be able to get your very own gliding license. Just keep thinking about that license.
I wanna buy the game. Alright, I got 1 minute. Here you go. Are you entertained? I'm getting my license. Literally the reason why I started streaming. This is... I don't even know what I'm doing. Wait, where are the rings? I'm being robbed. Wait, where's the start of this? Okay, here you go. Are you entertained, Smelly? Okay. Hey, we're gonna find Jean.
Windborne Traveler, you are required to land at once by the order of the Knights of Favonius.
What did I do?
I am Otto of the Knights of Favonius.
Nerd.
What's going on?
Please, show me your gliding license.
It got eaten by Berry Bunny.
It is against the law to glide without a license. I am arresting you under Section 7, Article 12 of the Mondstadt Penal Code.
I'm being arrested.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will forever carry on the wind.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
I'm an instructor. This is a gliding exam.
Oh, I see. Well, you picked a bad time to hold your gliding exam.
Really? Why?
The Knights of Favonius received a report from a sister at the cathedral claiming she saw Raptor gliding around these parts. I thought your student here must have been his partner in crime.
Raptor? Who's that?
Okay.
A known criminal in Mondstadt. He always uses a wind glider to commit his crimes,
Wow, he flies fast then.
So far, we haven't managed to catch him. Our plan this time was to draw him into the cathedral with a precious artifact and ambush him inside.
Alright.
But he escaped with the artifact.
You enjoying this twist?
Fortunately, one of the sisters put some secret markings on the artifact using elemental magic. But he was too fast, and we couldn't even keep up with the trail the markings left behind.
Well, if you need help chasing down a gliding criminal, I'm the one for the job. So tell me, which way did he go?
As far as I know, he was last seen near Springvale. But that was some time ago.
Leave it to me. With us chasing him down together, he doesn't stand a chance. Once we've got this Raptor guy, we'll pick up where we left off. But no need to worry. I'll be sure to have a word with Jean.
Yeah, Jean.
Huh. Look where we are.
More dialogue.
The elemental power on the artifact must have worn off. Raptor must have realized the markings would give away his position and sent his minions to slow us down.
Whoa,
That way, when the
spoiler.
effect wears off, he can make his escape. He won't get away with this. After him!
Finally.
There's only one way over there. Raptor must be up ahead.
Took us an hour for
However, it looks like the only way we can catch up is if we glide.
But there's a ton of enemies below. They'll definitely attack us after we take off.
If we're gonna do this, we'll have to glide and defeat them in one fell swoop.
What?
You still had one stage to go in your exam, right?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with anything?
How about we make this the third and final stage of your gliding exam?
Whoa.
Are you sure that's how the exam is supposed to go?
It's a custom version of the exam, designed by yours truly. Besides, the normal version of the exam wouldn't be fit for the hero of Mondstadt himself. So, what do you say?
That's watch me know the
Woohoo!
exam.
Good answer! Prepare for takeoff! Raptor awaits you once you defeat all these enemies. Then that
Oh, I skipped it. Use the near green currents to keep yourself afloat. I could drop bombs? What just happened? Wait a minute. Poop, I'm pooping. Woo! Ah, this is cool. Poop, poop. Poop, poop. Let me stay afloat. Dude, this is actually cool. Not gonna lie. Alright, here you go. Stand your own turf, homie. There you go. Easy dub, no resurrection. There you go. Where's the next wind current? Here you go. Oh no, don't touch the ground. Dude, I don't know where the next wind currents are. It's confusing. Is it the entirety of the middle? Dude, where's my epic music? There you go. Why are the humans helping us
nice!
out though?
You breezed through it!
Literally.
You're a natural.
Let's
I
go.
knew you'd be fine.
Easy dub, easy dub.
All that's left now is to grab ourselves a raptor. Let's go!
Hey, was that it? I can't bomb raptor? Lame. What do you mean amber trial? Do I not have amber? Oh, there you go. Oh, these people are level 15. Oh no. Alright, there you go. Easy dub, easy dub. Yes sir! Here you go. Easy dub, easy dub. And here you go. Oh my goodness. See? Red Dead. And Tomb Raider. I'm a bow and arrow user. Can't wait for a Hawkeye. Oh my goodness. You burn. Is that it? Only these? Woo! No! There's more? Why? Are those ice arrows y'all are shooting? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Disappear!
Okay, sorry y'all. Alright, which character do you want me to be? Actually, nah. I'm just gonna stick to mine. Because each character has their own scenarios. And I like Amber right now. Oh. Don't tell me that was it. Oh my god. Are you serious? Is that it? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go loot real quick. Anticlimactic. I'm out of stamina. Oh no, please don't. I don't like running out of stamina. My least favorite aspect of the game. Just like the lack of stamina. I wish I could just rush everywhere, but I mean, makes the game more realistic. Fire. Get out of here, ice. Fire beats ice. Get out of here, Totoro. Okay, there's another one. I've never seen that creature before on the left.
Go, Baron Bunny!
Baron Bunny. Oh, Baron Bunny. That's who she is. That's the one who ate my license. Whee! Okay, this looks like a boss fight area. Oh wait, do have to cross. Oh, I was like, what have I been waiting
It looks
for?
like there's no way across. Ugh,
Oh,
he must be
no.
around here somewhere.
Hulk?
Amber! Over there!
If you insist on chasing me, so be it.
What is that?
Huh?
Come
Who
on.
brought the little girl?
You must be Raptor. You can't escape.
What is this?
I don't need to escape. There's no way you can make it over here.
But you this is Melly's favorite
Oh,
character.
it is pretty high. and
Likes
quite
edgy
far.
people.
Oh, little girl, why don't you run along home now and let your leader deal with this? Don't worry, I promise that once the Grandmaster gets here, I'll surrender immediately.
Hey, watch it! You're talking to a Knights of Favonius outrider. You'll be sorry when I arrest you.
Deep breath.
You're right. Ugh, he's right there in front of us. If only we could glide across.
Yo, I'm wind.
So how did he get across?
Some kind of elemental magic.
Can you see anything with your elemental sight? No? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Bye-bye, kiddo.
Oh no! He's getting away!
What is this?
Ugh, we can't hesitate any longer. The only way to get across is to glide there.
But...
Don't worry. I'm the gliding champion of Mondstadt, remember?
Let's
If
go,
Raptor
Raptor.
can do it, I can do it too.
What is that?
Oi, outrider! You have less chance of surviving this than jumping off the Animo God statue in Mondstadt without your wind glider. Haha!
I'm with Amber.
Paimon sees your point. If you rule out everything that's completely impossible, gliding is the only idea left.
Murder him.
Remember that book I lent you? The one I thought was the gliding manual, but wasn't? The first birds couldn't fly. Flight was their reward for their courage to plunge into the canyon. Be my witness.
Go, go,
Raptor
Outrider.
says I'll never make it. But if you listen carefully...
Wait! Stop! You'll never make it!
Oh, dude, I'm
Come
tearing
on,
up,
off
man.
you go now. Back home like a good little girl.
Character development here.
Raptor says I'll never make it. But if you listen carefully... The wind says I will make it. And that's good enough for me.
There you go. Wait, what do I do? I'm Amber. I gotta show. Glide over. Okay. I'm hoping this saves me.
Amber! No! You're gonna fall! You're gonna... It's a wind current! She's
gliding! She's
Amber's
gliding! Oh my god.
You're crazy, kid! You must have known about the wind current. There's no way you would have jumped otherwise.
The wind
Aw,
takes care
these
of those who have
wombats again.
courage. Now sit still and await your arrest, like a good little boy.
I'm gonna fight it with only Amber. This is character development. Okay, what? Actually, this is not that entertaining. I'm adding Baka too. Oh no! Yo, stop freezing!
Freeze!
Let's see. I killed Baka? That's embarrassing. We don't gotta talk about that.
Just you watch. Just
This
you
guy's
watch.
lame. What do you think about this, Smelly? What? This guy thinks he can challenge me? He has an automatic bow.
Hey!
Yeah.
He's hurting my bunny.
I'll have my revenge.
There you
Eventually.
There you go.
All right, I got him. I only noticed the wind current from in the air, and it's the only one.
You love him?
It would be suicide to try and escape in the direction Raptor was going. In other words, the only way Raptor could have gotten out would be this way, past us.
Aha! So he was just trying to fool us by acting smug, in the hope that we would just give up and leave. Little did he know, we're not so easily fooled.
It was all thanks to your sharp thinking. Just like a wise man once said, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. At the end of the day, gliding is 7 parts technique, 3 parts instinct, and then 90 parts courage.
What you did now looked more like 99 parts courage.
It was just like in my first gliding exam. I was super nervous, but in the end, there was nothing to be afraid of, and I passed no problem. I kinda missed that nervous rush in the exams I've done since then. It just wasn't the same.
Sorry. Paimon thought you said you passed no problem. What do you mean exam since then?
Well, you see, the thing is, Mondstadt is all no glide zone this, no landing zone that. Every time I get my license, it keeps getting revoked. I must have taken the exam about 15 times altogether. But I always pass the first time. I guess my little gliding manual ain't so bad after all.
Let's go and get a copy of the real gliding manual from acting Grandmaster Jean sometime.
Sounds good.
I'll head off first because I need to escort Raptor back to the city. Once you're back in the city, don't forget to come find me at the cathedral. I'll issue your gliding license there. Congratulations! Here is your gliding license. You're officially legal now.
Woo,
Yay!
we're legal.
I'm not surprised though. You are a natural after all.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
easy.
and I'll sign you up for the next wind gliding championship.
Woo!
I glide so fast that no one can keep up. It's just me up there, on my own, gliding around. It's kinda boring.
Cool, I'm definitely gonna
Whoa, fighting talk.
Yeah.
It seems you have no idea how terrifying the championship really is.
win. Yeah.
Well, until I kick your butt in the championship, I wish you a happy, liberating, and above all, law-abiding gliding experience.
Okay.
Make sure you obey the rules. Whatever you do, don't get your license revoked.
I won't.
Oh, brother. If you ask me, that's a bit rich coming from Amber.
Okay, we just completed the quest. This just can't be the Amber stream. It's gotta be multiple.
We're not here for something that boring. We're looking for a sword that fell from Celestia. One that can kill 8-headed banshees and silver-haired hydras.
What?
It's super mega uber powerful. That's what Paimon said. It's a super epic sword.
Oh, we're getting an epic sword.
Anyway, it's fine as long as Paimon doesn't tell them the treasure's location. So, Cyrus, do you know where the lost Arcadian ruins are supposed to be?
Arcadian ruins. Never heard of them.
How come we didn't have a
Thanks
voice
for
line
your
earlier?
intel anyway. If you do find these ruins, I'd love to see them.
My intel?
Oh. Here you go. A shady person. I'll be honest, I really didn't like that
Still no clues.
bandit. The guy in the
Well,
beginning.
it's not like it's gonna be easy.
That was
Come
such
on,
an
it's the hiding
anticlimactic
place of
fight.
the super amazing sword.
But here you go. Hopefully here's
Anyway,
another boss
we
fight.
should go meet up with Kaeya first.
Oh, you're back. Do you have news for me?
Listen, we asked around the Adventures Guild and found, well, nothing.
That much is expected.
Why is that?
Oh, I only mean that what's the fun in finding it without the hard work? However, I do have some clues.
Alright.
I sent someone to collate black market intel. It seems that someone does know about the Arcadian ruins.
Really? Where's the guy?
Now, as per the black market's rules, they will send someone to meet us to prevent leaks. We will be meeting the informant at the Whispering Woods.
Then what are we waiting here for?
That's right. You read my mind. I am a knight, so I shouldn't have any dealings with the black market. You have my thanks. Of course, you'll be compensated for your troubles.
Ooh, no problemo.
Alright. Oh, is there a Lisa story?
Look! Oh, she's in trouble!
Oh my god, I should have did this one first. This one has level 5 people. Okay, no worries. It's gonna be easy for you. We gotta save the girl. We're simps. This is for Smelly.
Windblade!
How's it going, Vile?
Why is this happening to me? I shouldn't have helped him.
Him who?
Thanks so much for saving me. You're far more reliable than those Favonius guys.
It's nothing. He's a traveler. He has to deal with stuff like this all the time.
Traveler? I've heard stories about you. I didn't think I'd be saved by the one I'm here to meet.
Oh, so you're the...
I didn't know how I could pay you back initially, but now I think I'll just give you the intel for free. People in our circle know how important the network is.
Really?
Well, you did save my life.
Lucky? But it's lucky for Kaeya,
Lucky.
isn't it? He's supposed to pay for the intel.
Listen well, then. The intel on the Arcadian ruins. 3 6-armed giants reside in the city in the lake. 2 guard the statue. 1, the treasure.
Here's the boss fight.
Right. Wait, is that it?
There's also this map that came with it.
Hey!
Could this be the X marks the spot? So the clue is more like a riddle. Thanks,
Alright,
5,
let's go.
3, 6-armed giants reside in the city in the lake. 2 guard the statue, 1 the treasure. What does that mean?
Okay, I guess. We saved this woman and now it's time to go get the treasure. Oh, I found it. Here you go. Big brain. Has the biggest brain of them all. Small brain. There you go. Is this the weapon?
Ooh, let me see what's inside. She doesn't love him at all. The passion rushing through the clear spring is just a front. When she's cold and alone, her true heart is revealed. There's another map.
Huh?
More riddles? Paimon's dizzy already. Oh no, Paimon will let you have all the fun. Or you could get Kaeya to help.
Okay, so we're actually going treasure hunting. Alright, Kaeya.
Freeze!
Here you go. And then one more. Treasure. I bet spring grill. I finally got it. After
This time,
3
the
treasure
mysteries have
chests.
all been solved. It sure took a lot of work. But in all fairness, this treasure map
What?
really is terrible. It looks like it was drawn by a pirate.
Uh-huh.
So, now,
Let's go to Kaeya.
let's go for it. Don't want anyone else to get there before. Like the treasure. Anyways, Paimon just wants to borrow the sword to... no, you heard nothing. Paimon...
Am I being attacked?
Paimon just wants to see it. Definitely not to become super mega powerful and do nothing but play.
Alright, save the
Arcadian
chit chat
treasure
for
hunt.
later.
Here we go.
Let's go.
This must be the Arcadian ruins.
It's been
Is
a
it
while
just
since we had
me?
text.
Or does it look plain? Oh, Paimon gets it. The perfect disguise is always in plain sight. Kaeya's grandpa sure is impressive.
Ooh. Pitter patter. Listen, Paimon.
Oh, nice.
You didn't even try, did you?
It's no time to get suspicious. We're close.
Okay.
Hurry, the treasure is waiting for us.
Here you go, Kaeya.
Cool it!
That's not what I wanted you to cool. There we go. I feel like I should be Kaeya, because it's the Kaeya mission.
Ah, freeze! Ha!
This guy tried to turn back on. Alright, here you go. Easy dub.
Dodge
Easy
this!
dub. This is not a trial.
Cool it!
I don't like trials. Wow!
will be
I
frozen
wonder if
in
this is
time.
gonna be hard.
Cool it! Wind blade!
Ooh, dude, these trials are so hard. After what I've been through, this is cake.
Wind blade!
Actually, am I gonna lose this?
Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Yeah, honestly, this isn't even anything. Challenge completed. Okay, set my word
Is
on
this
that.
the end?
Okay. What is this?
Where are you, my treasure?
Where are you? Where are you, my treasure?
Let's look around.
Baka.
I'll save you the trouble.
Who's this?
How about you let me take over?
The treasure hoarder.
Sharp eye, but too slow. I'm Izzard. I thank you both on behalf of the treasure hoarders.
What?
We've been keeping a low profile. How did word get out?
It's because we took so long
Paimon
going
won't let
here.
you have the treasure without a fight.
You would be wise not to underestimate us. My gang is just outside waiting for my order. However, they're not as, sociable as me.
I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but your gang won't be participating in your current plan. If you'd like to ask why, you can go see them in Mondstadt prison. Or perhaps you'd prefer to join them permanently.
The Knights.
Hey, it's Kaeya. Kaeya, he wants to steal your treasure.
Oh, almost had it.
Oh, you mean the treasure? Sorry, but there wasn't any treasure to begin with. You came all the way for nothing. Just give it up.
What? No treasure?
There's a plot
Did
twist.
Kaeya just say there isn't any treasure?
You got me good. Didn't think the knights would resort to such tactics.
A thief has no right to criticize the methods of the Knights of Wait, what are you?
You're not gonna get me. Okay. Oh god. What is this? I didn't mean it.
Whoa, it's the guy who I fought.
What a troublemaker.
Dude, honestly,
You,
cake.
knight. You're not gonna watch me die, are ya?
What an interesting suggestion.
You know what? There might not be any
Fine.
treasure.
I'll confess and go quietly. Please, just help me.
All right then. Guess I will have to do some overtime work after all.
There might not be any treasure, but the real treasure is the friends we made along the way. I think. I don't even know. Oh, okay, I got confused with the order because Kaeya used to be the lefty path.
Come a little
They
closer.
switched it up on me. They flipped the script.
Let's spark things up a little.
Nope, don't touch me.
No one escapes my
There you go.
sight.
Power teamwork. Okay.
With the wind.
Come a
Dude,
little
this is the start
closer.
of our stream and this is the end of my stream. What a contrast. Yeah, with the power of teamwork. Easy dub, easy dub. Put an end.
How embarrassing. Having my life saved by a knight.
Yeah.
Don't forget what you promised, or that thing will be the least of your worries.
Hey, is this how the Knights of Favonius treats the people they catch?
I'm just joking. All right, let's take him back.
Sir, yes, sir. Captain, should we take these two in as well?
What?
Of course not. They are the ones who made this arrest possible. Without them spreading our fabricated intel, we wouldn't have been able to catch the treasure hoarders.
What? So there is no treasure?
You're a bad man for lying to me. Shame on the knights.
Man.
All right, stop it already. Though the treasure doesn't exist, you did want it for yourself, didn't you? Otherwise, you would have informed me of your intentions, no?
That? Well,
That's what I was saying.
let's go. Paimon's done talking to him.
Just a sec. You did help me out, so you do deserve a reward.
Yeah. That's what I'm
This
saying.
is the triumphant harbinger of dawn that points towards victory. As its name suggests, it symbolizes light and victory.
Let's go.
If you don't mind, I would like to present you with this harbinger of dawn as a reward.
Harbinger of Dawn?
That's right. It suits a well-cultured and disciplined person such as yourself. Wouldn't you say, Paimon?
Well, if the reward is this Harbinger of Dawn,
You'd forgive me, right? I'm honored to have such an understanding friend.
yes.
You have my apologies for the deception. I will not use the same method twice.
Paimon will be completely charmed.
What a surprise that you solved the puzzles all by yourself and arrived before me.
So it was you who left all those clues?
Indeed. However, even I believed the clues were too vague to be of any help to you. I was prepared to answer your questions. Quite impressive. This was the only thing that I did not anticipate in the entire operation.
Ha! That was nothing.
It was a cakewalk.
No matter what you say, I acknowledge your wisdom. After all, wisdom itself does not deceive.
But some people do enjoy deceiving others with their wits.
What a wonderful day. Now, I have to go interrogate my suspect. Please excuse me. Do come visit me at our headquarters when you have the chance.
Alright. And we have to go back there for the reward. Act 1 complete. Oh, Paimon.
This is Wolvendom. People from Mondstadt hardly ever come here. Even though it's not so far away from the city, the environment here is totally untouched. It's a wild place ruled by the laws of nature. It's survival of the fittest out here. Even the slimes around here are huge. Like those super duper massive ones over there.
Eek! They've seen us! Prepare for battle! Bro, they're attacking me in the middle of cutscene. A fight! Oh wait, I have kecking. Silly you. You're dead. I got Badu. Silly y'all. Y'all dead. Oh, never mind, I'm dead.
To ashes!
To ashes. Probably should have been Razor, not gonna lie. It's the Razor thing. Alright, thank the boy for his help. Pretty cool entrance. Alright. Razor wants to join.
Wolves! Run!
Do not worry. Wolves, friends. But you are?
We're just some boring old travelers passing through.
Don't smell boring. You smell familiar.
We already met though.
We smell?
Smelly?
You smell like Knights of Favonius. They are friends.
What's your name?
I am Razor.
Are you one of the Knights of Favonius too?
I am not.
Oh.
What is the wolf pack?
My wolf pack. They are my family.
Your family?
Yes, they raised me. We live together. We are family.
So many questions.
They are angry with me. I help you. Exposed our ambush. Boar ran away.
Don't worry. Paimon will get her friend to catch you another boar. He's stronger than he looks.
No need. When knights try to help, wolves go hungry.
Don't be silly. Wait here. We won't screw this up. Just watch.
Okay, we're gonna get some boar. Good thing we have a lot of them. Wait, what? Hunting trap? We got a new utensil? Give 3 chunks of meat. Okay. We have hunting trap, huh?
Ha ha! Told you we could do it.
Thanks, but wolves catch 5 or 6 every hunt. Tonight they go hungry.
Oh.
Don't worry. You tried. At least you did better than other knight friend. The red one. Bernie girl.
Amber.
If she was here, whole mountain is fire. Can't catch even one boar.
What's wrong with Amber?
I must go now. Here is not safe. Careful. Always watching.
It's not safe here? Alright, we're gonna follow Razor.
What a weirdo.
Hey, it's not weird.
Bernie girl? From the Knights of Favonius? What is he? Who do you think it is?
It's Amber.
Hi, Paimon. Hi, Traveler. What can I do for you?
Hi, Amber.
Amber, something has come up.
Amber, do you know a wolf boy from Wolvendom?
Who?
He said you guys hit it off like a mountain on fire.
What on earth are you talking about?
Strange. He said he would wait for you at your regular spot. Did you lose your memory or something?
My memory is fine, but you've been eating magic matsutake again, haven't you, Paimon? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Magic matsutake? Remind me what color they are?
Purple.
Paimon may have had a couple the other day. But that's not the point. Paimon's not loopy. Do you really not know that boy that lives with the wolves?
I don't know what you're talking about. But on the subject of wolves, I've been investigating something recently. In the past, the wolves never dared venture outside of Wolvendom, but now they're getting braver. I heard they attacked a cart fleet near Drunkard Gorge. If you have time, could you come and check out the situation with me?
Let's get to it.
Awesome. I knew I could count on you. Let's go. Look, up ahead. Something's happening.
That ain't no wolf pack. Looks like it's the Hilly Trills attacking the carts after all.
Huh. Not such a mystery after all. Enough talk. Let's go help out.
Defeat the Hilly Churls. You've been doing good. Oh, you just missed it.
Incoming.
We did another wish reveal, and then we got Badu again.
Windblade!
Well, I mean, Badu's not that bad. Let me show you how she does. Never mind. I'm bad with Badu.
Haven't won yet.
I can't get a new character. I think I'm stuck with the characters I have now. Alright. We gotta save Xingqiu. Have you been able to get a new character, Yuri? Alright.
Bless you.
Piece of cake!
So, the Hilly Churls have been starting to flex their muscles on the back of the wolf scare.
That's right. But I must say, if you think the Hilly Churls are a nasty lot, the wolves are even worse. They attacked Springvale this morning.
Springvale? That's crazy!
It's unheard of. I thought I would take my chances on the road after the wolves had their fun. I never thought the Hilly Churls would show up too.
We should head there soon and see how bad the situation is. But first things first, you should assess the damage to your cart. Does it still work?
I'll take a look.
So what's happening? Are we just... Are the wolves a mystery? Do we not think Razor's real? Is Paimon on shrooms? Who knows, actually.
Oh dear. This is awful. Poor lad can't even stand.
That's terrible.
Except, he's not actually injured.
Right. It's awful. The wolves frighten him so badly that he's paralyzed with fear.
That really is awful. Do you remember any significant details of what you saw?
I've never seen a wolf in my life before today. It was terrifying.
No details then, huh? Let's investigate the area again.
These claw marks.
That's just a light.
From them, we can tell the number and size of the wolves. This time, there were at least 2 wolves. And they must be...
Be what?
Yes. They must be at least 2 meters high.
Paimon, you do know what a wolf is, right?
Hey, wolves are mysterious creatures. It's not like you see them every day.
Okay, there you go. Investigate clue. Oh, we're just doing a crime scene search? Is that Razor's mission? Her with something stuck to it?
I heard that in Liyue, they make calligraphy brushes out of this stuff. The color looks nothing like Mondstadt wolf fur, based on what the books say. Could it be that they're from somewhere else entirely?
Hair looks different at every place on the body. Same applies to wolves. You don't know where it's from.
But look at this.
Another hair. But what's that stuck to it?
A seed.
It's the seed of a wolf hookberry. Look, there are little hooks on the seed. The only places this grows in Mondstadt are Wolvendom and Bright Crown Canyon.
So it's Wolvendom wolves after all?
From that area, yes, but it could be that there are other wolf packs encroaching on their territory. This doesn't tell us everything, but it does give us a strong lead, enough to start investigating. I'll go and see to the villagers before we head off.
How is your investigation coming along?
What?
And
You're
Dora's asleep.
standing!
Yes, I see. I have recovered, thankfully. I managed to claw my way back out of the depths of hell. So, Knights of Favonius, what have you found out?
From inspecting the wolf fur left at the scene, we can tell that the wolves came from Wolvendom. Beyond that, we don't know anything. But please remain calm. I will head to Wolvendom shortly and get to the bottom of this. The Knights of Favonius will not allow this danger to continue any longer.
Good. Better late than never, I suppose.
How rude!
In the meantime, we'll just have to keep dealing with this on our own.
Please, don't do anything stupid.
We do things a bit differently around here. You Favonius lot probably aren't used to it. They will pay for what they've done. Goodbye.
Alright, goodbye. Good riddance. So it is free.
Awful.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It really
for
is.
sure.
What is?
Their future outlook, I mean.
I agree.
Young people can be so impulsive sometimes. If it's not too much to ask, I hope you can keep an eye on them. Stop them from getting into trouble.
It's no trouble. That's what we're here for. Even though that guy really isn't much of a charmer. Leave it to us.
Off to Wolvendom we go!
You're Adventure Rate 34-7
Who's
already?
there?
What the heck? Who's there?
Chill out, Razor, it's only us!
You are also Knight?
So, you don't know each other after all?
The red one. Bernie girl.
No, this girl also red, but not so burny like other girl.
This is starting to make sense. Is this the wolf boy you were talking about?
Correct. His name is Razor.
Help me out.
With what?
No time. I sent Lupacall away. People coming. Bad people.
Those guys from earlier?
I understand, but first, I have a few questions.
I smell blood. Quick!
Blood? I hope the wolves didn't attack those idiots.
Alright, cool.
Blood droplets.
Not human blood. Wolf blood. Lupacall blood.
What's a lupical?
Lupa what now? Are you gonna tell us what it means yet?
Lupacall is family fate gave me. When wolf accepts human as its own, or human accepts wolf, that is Lupacall.
Sounds like gibberish to me.
That's strange. Where does the word come from? Surely it wasn't made up by the wolves.
It's just the name he gave.
Oh, your name is Razor.
Who's he?
Guardian of this land.
Wouldn't that be Barbados, though? He is the ruler of Mondstadt.
Enough! Another clue. Follow me.
What's going on here?
Hey, wait! This is your chance to prove your innocence!
He's already gone.
This is him. We find his blood. Bad men did this.
Aww.
How terrible!
I do agree that it's awful, but that doesn't change the fact that...
We didn't attack village. Not us. A black wolf and his pack. Not from here. They tried to take over land. They broke the code.
Whose code?
Guardian of this land.
That's now the second time you've brought that up. Tell us who that is.
I take Lupacall further in. Follow me. Maybe you see.
Aw, poor lupical. But then, I don't want them to injure the animals. Go deeper into Wolvendom. No one messes with dogs on my face. Alright, I think we're fighting a boss fight. That's what I feel like it's leading up to.
Whoa, if that one from earlier was 2 meters high,
What are these?
imagine how high this one must be.
Boss fight? Let's go. Where's my
What's
teleportation thing go?
They're so huge.
Why is this arena so huge? Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? Fate chosen lupical? Where are we? Oh, where's the audio now?
Help me. Collect these.
Aren't those wolf hook seeds?
Crush them. Put on wound. Bleeding stop.
It's true. Wolf hook seeds have a liquid coating that not only functions as a mild painkiller, but also has a hemostatic effect. I read that in a book.
Why?
I have no idea.
Hooks help seeds move. Liquid stops pain and bleeding. Animal doesn't feel hooks. They take seeds far away. purple teacher told me so. I stay here. Take care of this one. I answer Red Girl's questions.
Right, and if that lot does come back, I doubt they will try their luck against a member of the Knights of Favonius. Your wolf friend is not clear of my suspicion just yet, but we'll still need to fetch those seeds.
I've never fought this guy. All I know is that there's a boss here.
We're back! Have we got enough?
Yes, enough.
Is it soon? Do you remember? Are we about to fight him? Come on, hail the Wolfie.
Razor was just telling me about the Wolven Code of Conduct. Mind-blowing stuff.
Thank you.
We've looked everywhere and haven't seen any other wolves.
Yep, that's wolves for you. The one we managed to capture must have been brain damaged or something.
What are you doing here?
Revenge.
It's him! The one who was raised by wolves!
Huh?
Huh?
So, it was you. I should have known wolves aren't smart enough to be behind this. I can't believe you would help wolves plot against humans. They throw you some scraps and you treat them like kin? Have you forgotten what you are?
Enough! Yeah! You can't talk about Razor like that!
The Knights of Favonius are gonna let this guy off?
We did not raid village.
I trust him.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
What's going on?
This is no offering to Boreas. Not only do you come from my kind, so too do you fail to recognize your own transgression.
Huh? Is he the wall?
I will not.
Whoa, he just popped up. What the heck is this? Eh, we got Razor after all.
Please, come.
You seek to protect these outsiders, Razor. You cannot tame my fury. You must clear their name.
Am I damaging him? It's a dead wolf and JoJo reference? Oh my goodness.
Humans have taught you. Bear your claws of steel.
Okay, so far so bad. I don't know what I'm doing. I missed so well though. So this is my first time fighting this guy. To ashes. I'm glad I have the shield. He looks cool though. He looks unique compared to everything else. Kind of reminds me of the Prima Geovision. I wonder what his weakness is though.
Wind blade.
I'm gonna use this.
The wind.
Did I do anything? Okay, I gotta memorize this attack pattern. It's not like the rest.
Incoming! With sword comes shadow.
Electric swipe. What level is my Razor? 45. Oh, that's pretty cool. We're just even. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Again.
I taste blood.
I do taste blood. Okay, this is actually a cool boss fight. Wolf versus wolf. And wolf is gone. What's he doing? Run away! Go to the center or something. Uh-oh. Oh, he's an ice wolf. But he's gone though. Back over here. Aw, that's a lot of damage. Razor, no.
Please, calm.
Please calm down. Wait, is that it?
It's just like he said. An outside wolf pack coming in and breaking the rules. They will reap what they have sown.
Why he save you?
But Razor, you must not get involved. This is for the wolves to settle between themselves. You fight not with claws, but with the sword. You strike not with teeth, but with lightning. You are human, Razor.
I am not like them. I don't belong.
You are no wolf. This is a matter for the wolves, and the wolves alone. And you are Razor's Lupercal amongst humans. Your nobility stands out against others of your kind. If you ever wish, you may train with me. I have nothing further to say. May we meet again, Razor and company.
Well, okay.
Hey, Razor, what's that look for? Why don't you come to the city for a few days?
Yeah, you have a friend in Mondstadt anyway, right? You know, that red Bernie friend of yours?
It's Bennett.
You're not safe in the wild anymore, but I know that you don't want to hurt them.
I'm fine. Don't worry. But I'm not city human. But also not wolf.
Cheer up.
Thank you, traveler. Paimon and other red girl.
Hey, we've been with you all this time, and you still don't even know my name?
Goodbye.
You could have inherited the Wolf Titan? LOL. Was that it? Was that it for Razor's story? Alright, how's it going, Lisa?
If you're borrowing a book, please register it in the log. The restricted section is currently not lending any books. Oh, it's you, little cutie.
Oh, she called me cutie.
Clearly you're meant to be working, but you don't seem to have your heart in it at all.
I mean, other than Jean, who really works that earnestly anyway? So, did you have something you needed? Or did you just come to see me?
I just wanted to see you.
Ooh, a smooth talker. Not what I was expecting.
So, Miss Librarian, got any books to recommend?
Recommended books. Sadly, everything I'd personally recommend is all in the restricted section, which we're not currently lending out.
What's with your ominous tone?
Oh, right. Would you be interested in checking out the Teyvat travel guide? I think it would be quite helpful for you as travelers here.
Ooh, sounds like it could be helpful. Do you think we could take a peek?
I suppose I can try to find you a copy from the list.
Isn't this Lisa's job? What does she mean, I suppose?
What's going on here?
Oh dear. That's unfortunate. Our copy is currently being borrowed. That said, it is now overdue. Come to think of it, quite a few of our books are now overdue. I really wish people would just return their books on time.
Whoa, is Paimon imagining things, or does the air in here suddenly feel a lot more electrified?
It gives me goosebumps.
Such a pain. I'm going out to bring those unreturned books back. If you'd rather get your hands on that copy of the Teyvat travel guide sooner, you'd better come with me.
Lisa seems really scary right now. Paimon thinks it would be best if you answer her.
Oh, yes.
You really are such a considerate cutie. Let's see. First, we can go to the souvenir shop. It's called With Wind Comes Glory. So let's meet there shortly. Cutie, you're here. Let's begin, shall we? Hello, Marjorie. Any exciting new items in stock? Why so surprised? Today is such a special day. It's only natural that I'd want a souvenir to remember it by.
Today is just an ordinary day.
So it is. In that case, I declare this the day of my life I wish I could get back, because I spent my first ever outing with someone taking them on an annoying errand.
That's a long
Don't you think that's a bit long?
That's what I said.
Well, if it's a souvenir you're after, you're in the right place. I'm sure you'll find something that strikes your fancy, Lisa. Or you could let your new friend pick something out for you. Make it more of an occasion.
Yes, yes! Let us pick!
Alright then. Huh? What does Marjorie think? Who cares what she thinks? We're doing old scroll.
This is a historical relic retrieved from some ruins by one of the Adventurers Guild. Sure, there's a bit of wear.
My goodness.
You sure?
Yeah, she likes this one. Says
My,
gang stand up.
You clearly know a treasure when you see it.
Oh my god.
This is a work of unparalleled significance for the research of ancient people's understanding of the elements. I will gladly accept it.
Yeah.
Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Oh, so you're a fan of the gallant Lady Vanessa too? Why didn't you say so? I have all sorts of items I could recommend. For example, this lion's tooth pendant with Vanessa's name carved into it. It was once a medal awarded to a knight by the great lady herself.
That library book you borrowed.
Oh my goodness. I do apologize. I got so excited when you mentioned Vanessa. I didn't know that book was overdue, even though I take it with me everywhere. I can't believe I didn't put two and two together as soon as I saw you here. Here you go.
Well, since you look up to Lady Vanessa so very much, please be more punctual next time.
Yes, Lisa. I will be, Lisa.
Let's go and find the next overdue book.
Donna.
This is our final call for the day.
Welcome. Couples are our specialty. Let me know what you'd like and I'll wrap them up nicely for you.
Yes. Now, which book was it that has the line, "A date without flowers is a date without romance"?
Would you by any chance care for some flowers, my lady?
Why, it just so happens that I would, my kindest cutie.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like?
Oh, well, I could have asked everyone what they
These roses were
wanted.
bought from a traveling merchant a few days ago. Miss Flora thought maybe someone would like them. This is the only bunch.
You sure?
Yes, let's go, Rose.
I can see you put a lot of thought into this. Have you ever heard of the Witch of Purple Rose before? I thought that after returning to Mondstadt, I wouldn't have the chance to see fresh roses again. This seems like a good sign. Okay, time to get back to business. Donna, do you know why we're here?
Back to business? My business is selling flowers.
Once again, we see a total lack of respect for literature.
Yeah, lack of respect.
The Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Well, what happened was... Oh no, what am I gonna do?
Donna seemed frantic.
I lost the book. A while back, I realized it was almost due, and I was getting ready to bring it back to the library, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked for days, but nothing. It's like somebody stole it. It should have been there, on my bedside table, right where I left it.
Uh-oh. That Lisa does some crazy things when she gets mad.
I heard that. Well, if it really was stolen, Donna's done nothing wrong. The blame lies with the book thief. And their punishment will be 10 times worse than stealing my book.
Like Paimon said, totally crazy!
How do we find the lost book, though?
Oh, don't worry about that. As long as I remain librarian, not a single book will go missing for good. I put a unique elemental marker on each book. Our thief will have left a nice set of clues for us to follow.
When did Lisa start taking her job so seriously? Paimon always thought she was a total slacker.
Hey, sweetie. I've heard your elemental sensitivity is very strong. Why not see what you can do?
Elemental sensitivity? Oh, Paimon's got it! Use your elemental sight to look for clues!
Looking at the elemental traces, it does seem likely that the book was stolen.
So Donna didn't do anything wrong after all.
It's not from the restricted section, so it's hardly a book worth stealing. Whoever wanted this book so badly had a strange fixation indeed.
So, what do we do now?
The elemental traces are very faint, but I can tell that the thief took it beyond the city walls. You must see it too, right, cutie? Let's follow the trail and have a look where our thief was headed, shall we?
Get ready.
The thief lives inside ruins? Mondstadt people do have some strange quirks.
Please do not jump to such a preposterous conclusion about the living habits of Mondstadt's residents. This seems far more likely to be the work of some none-too-friendly troublemakers.
The Abyss Order.
It's like you can read my mind. This is more likely to be the Abyss Order's doing. They do seem to have a way of slipping in and out of places like ghosts, after all. Also, there's an elemental seal at the entrance. It looks like the result of an Abyss mage's magic.
A seal? How are we gonna break it? Is this gonna turn into another huge ordeal?
Not to worry. If you think a little magic can keep me out, think again.
Why is that?
Okay. Godspeed. Oh, it's Kitten. It came from the sky.
Come on.
Whoa.
Is this a dungeon?
So this is what Lisa's like when she's hard at work. It's so much bigger in here than Paimon thought. Do we really have to go all the way inside?
You lied?
If you borrow a book, you have to return it. There will be no exceptions.
Oh. Hey, that's cool. It's a cool, unique mechanic for this dungeon. Okay. What's here? Oh. Alright, let me properly show off Lisa. That's not Lisa. I keep forgetting. She's in the bottom of my thing.
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a...
Why is hers 41 and mine is 50? They're lowering the rankings.
Come a little closer.
Up, I'm stuck. I remember the first stream that we did. I was
Come a little
Lisa main.
closer.
And we did Amber's mission, so I'm glad after 10 whole
Come a
streams
little
we're finally
closer.
coming back full circle. It's been a while. But here you go.
You're in
Ending
for
off
a
to
little.
Lisa.
You're in for a little shock.
Plus Smelly been Simpson.
Come a little
This is the
closer.
reason why Smelly joined this game. Now he has Fischl, and I'm all sad because I can't get Fischl because of him. You want me to get Barbara only.
Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a little.
Let's spark things up a little.
You're in for a little shock.
Finish it. Just sneak in. Okay.
Speed up.
I just wish I got a Claymore person. A Claymore healer would be dope. If Kicking had a Claymore, that would be like the biggest, best thing I would like.
Don't blink.
Wait a minute, why am I using Lisa? These are icy. Pog.
Get him.
Oh, challenge completed? Oh, nice.
Look, it's an Abyss Mage. Lisa was spot on.
Oh, you take a book. Finish it. Then she won't be fast, Baka? What do you mean? Kicking ain't that fast. I mean, I don't attack with kicking. I'm mostly using it for the healing. What?
How did you find this place? It's so well hidden.
I have no interest in finding out where you little rascals hide yourselves away, but I do want my book back. Tell me, how is it that you have the time to conceal your stronghold and apply a magic seal, but not to sign out a library book in the proper manner? You have no respect whatsoever for other people's work.
You just want the book? I was unaware that anyone in Mondstadt was concerned with unearthing the secret hidden inside this book. Who are you?
The librarian, although I believe that should be quite clear already. Return the book. This is an ultimatum.
Since you insist on concealing your identity, I have all the less reason to give you that book. After all, it contains the secret.
What's the secret?
What are you doing? Such concentrated elemental power! Please don't!
After using up all of Lisa's patience, the Abyss. Oh, holy moly. Holy moly. Lisa is so strong.
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line.
A little punishment?
This is why I call it troublesome work. We'll just need to find the book ourselves. It should be around here somewhere.
She's basically Merlin from Some of Nelly Sins. Alright, let's see. Start this. Is this the end? Oh! I almost jumped down. Oh, I did jump down. Oh! Is this the last thing?
It's the Pale Princess and the 6 Pygmies! Paimon remembers that name! Is this the one you were looking for?
That's the one. It's a good thing it isn't damaged. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? Are you telling me you have even more crazy punishments up your sleeve?
I would have probably have needed to dish out a little taste of one of my potions in that case. Then again, as I said, it isn't from the restricted section, which is the only reason I would let the average citizen borrow it in the first place. And it doesn't appear to have any abnormal elemental properties, save for the markings I put on it.
Yeah, it seems like just an average storybook.
So why did the Abyss order?
As far as my duties as a librarian go, my troublesome work is finished. Since this book has piqued your interest, why don't I let you borrow it?
What's the, due date?
There's no time limit for you. I will register you as custodian rather than borrower. This is an exclusive privilege reserved for trusted citizens only.
Exclusive privilege? Why does Paimon feel this is just your sneaky way of offloading your troublesome work onto someone else?
Excuse me? Are you in some way dissatisfied with my work?
No, ma'am.
Good. You're amenable to reason then. I do wish I could keep you by my side as my personal assistant. My work here is done. I'm going back. Don't forget to register at the library when you have a spare moment. You've returned. The paperwork is done. You are now the custodian of this book.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Paimon thinks we're forgetting something.
The Teyvat travel guide.
Look, over there on the shelf. Isn't that the Teyvat travel guide? And look how many copies there are.
The Teyvat Travel Guide is a serial publication. It is not part of the library's formal collection.
Oh.
Take one. Consider it your compensation for being Lisa's little helper today. With you by my side, my troublesome work was a little less dull than usual.
The Teyvat Travel Guide was just bait to get us to do a day's work.
I hadn't anticipated that a few routine returns inquiries would take us out of the city, let alone down into some underground ruins. As compensation for dragging you into all this bother, take these souvenirs.
Wow! Lisa went and bought us some special souvenirs!
In fact, they were intended for our next outing. But, never mind. We can discuss next time's activity when the time comes. I hope you are looking forward to it.
Dang, she's yawning. I guess that's it. Wait, what? Take the Teyvat travel guide. There's more? Oh, right here. Act 1 complete. Troublesome work. To be continued. Nothing happened.
The Dark Knight hero is Master Diluc?
Master Diluc is the Dark Knight hero.
After managing to steer clear of the guard's patrol route, I never anticipated I'd run into you instead.
The Dark Knight hero? I knew it was you all along.
Dark Knight hero? Sounds awfully derivative to me. Please tell me you didn't come up with that.
How is this the first you've heard of the name? Every man and his dog in Mondstadt is yapping about the Dark Knight hero.
I do not concern myself with idle chatter. Though, I suppose I may take the idleness of others as a sign that peace prevails.
Huzzah! The great mystery of the Dark Knight hero of Mondstadt. We solved it. Now then, Mr. Dark Knight Hero.
Please stop calling me that. Seriously, it makes me uncomfortable.
Not surprised. It's the stupidest superhero name Paimon's ever heard. Captain Pie.
Captain Pie? Pootie Pie? Pie? What is this?
Captain Pyro!
Captain Pyro?
Tell us, Captain Pyro, what happened here today? ...
It was the Abyss Order.
Them again?
I don't know what the devil they're plotting this time. It seems they're performing some initial reconnaissance, considering that I've proven myself to be one step ahead of them on countless occasions. Their persistence is unusual.
Have you been dealing with them this whole time?
I assume so, unless you're aware of any other Dark Knight heroes around these parts. The Knights are, for the most part, an utterly incompetent bunch. I cannot trust them to take this matter over.
So, this is the job of the mighty Diluc, then?
That's not my point. I'm not doing this to impress anyone. Well, I hope this conversation has been of service to you. Because I would like to ask for a favor in return.
Oh? What is it, Master Diluc? Your wish is our command!
You must keep my identity a secret. Above all, it is crucial that you do not let the Knights of Favonius know I am connected to any of this.
Why did they highlight in blue? Footsteps?
What's that sound? Yikes! Have the Abyss Order sent backup already?
They appear to just be small-timers. You should have no trouble dealing with them. I cannot afford delays on account of a few lackeys. I shall have to let you take care of them. Remember, don't tell a soul.
So, Diluc is Shadow the Hedgehog?
You're just gonna leave us like this?
Who's Sonic then? I don't know why. Ahem, did you not see these village trails here? Come on, Diluc. Oh, they're already gone though. Oh, just 4. It's not as simple this time, huh? Get rid of this shield. Talk to Huffman. Okay.
Greetings.
being
I
blocked
thought
off
I
by
heard something,
Dora.
so I came to check it out. Did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Nope. Nuh-uh. Not here. Nothing. Zilch. Unless you're looking for the Dark Knight Hero, in which case...
Shut it, Paimon.
The Dark Knight Hero? You saw him?
Oh, the Dark Knight Hero is, him!
You! The hero who safeguards Mondstadt from the shadows. On behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I thank you for your service to this city.
It's nothing. Really, you're too kind.
Wait a second. Aren't you the traveler that just arrived in the city? Rumors were circulating about the Dark Knight Hero long before you ever arrived here.
Oh,
Why would you lie to me about that?
Well...
Never mind. You don't seem like bad folks. But I do hope you will visit the Knights of Favonius soon, where we can discuss the Dark Knight Hero situation in more detail. Some things are best not discussed in public. Duty calls. I must be going. Stay safe, traveler.
He said duty. Huffman.
Oh, it's you two. Thank you for coming. So, the Dark Knight Hero. Do you have anything else you're able to share with me?
Could I ask you what's going on?
Ah, yes, of course I should fill you in first. Apologies for my appalling lapse of etiquette. The situation is... Here, take a look at this.
Jeez, what horrible handwriting.
What? To the Dark Knight Hero?
Let me take a closer look.
Question.
Huh?
Has endured too long of
Some
self...
parts of this seem to be complete gibberish.
I have no idea what this is.
Indeed. Although this is written in the common tongue, it appears that a cipher has been used in many places. Nevertheless, one can grasp the general message from the non-ciphered portions alone. This is a war declaration from the Abyss Order to the Dark Knight Hero.
Ooh, we're going to war?
Does that mean the bad guys want the Dark Knight Hero to go away forever and ever?
Something like that. Thus, we are hoping to contact him as soon as possible so that we can attempt to coordinate a response. After all, this matter no longer concerns merely the Dark Knight Hero himself. It impacts the entire city of Mondstadt.
Thank you for the information.
If you find out anything at all, come and find me.
This is the Wells place.
Master Diluc! Just now, we were at the Knights of Avonius, and...
I take it you're about to inform me of the war declaration from the Abyss Order. I'm aware of it, though I appreciate you for taking the trouble to come all this way.
What?
The Dawn Winery's intelligence network extends beyond commercial matters.
Great! So, what's the plan, Master Diluc?
I'm open to suggestions.
You really should join forces with the Knights.
No. That would be playing right into the hands of the Abyss Order. They know full well that we don't exactly see eye to eye. They're using this as a means to force me into making an appearance. If my identity were exposed, all my future activities would be subject to some degree of interference from the Knights. After all, no powerful organization wishes to be outdone by someone from the outside.
Woo! The Abyss Order has really dealt you a tough hand this time. What a sneaky little bunch those guys are!
There is a way, but for it to work, I need some more information. Specifically, I need to decipher the obscured portions of the Abyss Order's war declaration.
Obscured portions? You mean the bits Paimon can't read?
It must be a cipher only understood by members of the Abyss Order, used to spread messages within the organization.
Oh, they need to send you a written message that only they can read.
It's not simply a war declaration, but also a notification to their own. When you take a stand that makes you a hero to one party, you also become a villain to the other. And since I've been the Abyss Order's enemy for so long, they've made me the target around which they can rally their troops and unite their strength.
Wow! Seems like it takes a lot of brains to be a superhero, huh?
I understand my enemy well, is all. As the saying goes, heroes and villains are two sides of the same coin.
So what are we gonna do about the intel that's written in gibberish, then? How do we un-gibberishify it?
That's a funny word.
Simple. When you don't understand something, you ask. I've already tracked down one of their strongholds. If you're interested, feel free to come along.
Let's see here. Maybe there might be secrets. Ice. Alright, I'm just gonna use the Diluc only. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the Diluc only. Just for the video. Actually, from now on, all these character trials, I'm just gonna use the character trials. That way I can show off their movesets. Because I doubt I'm gonna get another character like the Diluc or something. Uh-oh. Okay. It's been a while since we played him.
Time for retribution!
Woo! I feel like he's different from what I remember. I don't know why. Alright, get rid of this slime. Yes, very hot. No, just because he's fire, he's straight up hot, hot, hot. Woo! Who's better, him or Bennett? What if Bennett was a Dark Knight hero, huh? What a plot twist. I want to try Jean, though. I want more wind. Oh, R.I.P. R.I.P. you.
Retribution!
Oh, he has a phoenix. It's like Falcon's punch. And he has Ike's attack. Yeah, he has Ike's special moves, Great Aether. R.I.P. Alright, so far so good. I don't know why they're harder than I expected. Like, most of my levels would be level 50 though. Just saying. Okay, this is a mixture of Ike and Roy. Which, when I think about it, that could be Chrome. Oh, he's an Abyss Mage. How are we losing?
Retribution!
Holy moly. I need to heal this man.
We can do it!
Alright, I failed my mission. I told you that I was gonna not switch characters. Oh yeah, that is a teleportation. I thought I was gonna attack him when he was in between me. I gotta get rid of this water though. Alright, easy.
Speed of light.
I get attacked by my own electricity. That's not fair. How is he wet though?
Let the show begin.
Let's go. And there you go. Easy done. Wait, is this the last one? Oh, this can't be the last enemy. Let's not take him active. I want to fight like another big boss, like in the story mode. Oh, I want to fight Senora. Is she in the story mode? Oh my goodness. We're gonna be doing the story mode in the future video. Sometime soon though. Interrogate the abyss mage. Here you go. Batman.
How did you find me here, Favonian scum?
I am no knight of Favonius. Now start talking. Your plan. What is it?
I see you received our letter. But if you think I'm going to let you in on our secrets, I'm afraid you're quite mistaken.
You appear to have misunderstood the situation you're in.
Burn him with a searing hand.
Did you just use a pyrovision to shoot fire from your hands?
Let's see how long it takes for you to crack.
Burn him with your searing hand again.
Stop! Stop! Please! Pain! I beg you! Make it stop!
Burn him with your searing... Okay, what? Interrogate him with the plan to attack.
I'll talk. I'll talk. Ow, ow, ow! Please, stop! I'll tell you everything.
He's in pain.
This order. We've amassed a force bound by a shared hatred for the Dark Knight hero. They will march on the Mondstadt city gates at 10 p.m. tomorrow night.
Oh.
That's everything I know. Please, don't make me suffer those flames again.
That's it? Well, I doubt you'd be foolish enough to keep anything else hidden.
Wait.
Now that I have the information I need, I must prepare. I would be grateful if you could keep me updated on how the Knights of Favonius respond to this matter.
Yes, Master Diluc, sir. Anything you say, Master Diluc, sir.
Okay.
Why are you acting so strange all of a sudden?
In light of what just went down here a moment ago, Master Diluc has officially reached #1 on Paimon's people not to tick off under any circumstances list.
If we do not make contact with the Dark Knight hero soon...
What are we gonna do about the Abyss Orders challenge?
Ah, it's you two. I must admit, this issue of the Dark Knight hero is proving to be something of a headache. We've just held a meeting to decide on an appropriate course of action. Can you guess what it is?
Bury our heads firmly in the sand? Join forces with the Dark Knight hero? There you go.
No, that would send a signal that the Knights are in favor of the Dark Knight's hero's continued presence in our city, which we are not. Encouraging this kind of individual heroism undermines the Knight's authority.
Oh, well, what's the plan then?
Find out the Dark Knight hero's true identity and offer him our protection.
Protection? He seems to be doing just fine without your protection so far, you know.
Well, since you've aided the Knights in the past, I might as well just tell you. The offer of protection is just a ruse in order for the Knights of Favonius to take over full and exclusive responsibility for this matter.
You aren't gonna let the Dark Knight hero be all heroic and stuff?
Firstly, to show the might of the Knights of Favonius, to prove to the people that without the Dark Knight hero, they can still rely on the Knights to maintain peace and harmony. Secondly, the Abyss Order have no mercy in their hearts. If anything happened to the Dark Knight hero, it would only serve to further their nefarious ambitions.
Gosh, Paimon never knew the life of a knight involved so much untold anguish before.
But none of this will work if we don't establish the Dark Knight hero's true identity in time.
There's no need to despair, Huffman. Just follow my plan, and everything will be fine.
Ah, Captain Kaeya.
Lately, Master Diluc has been working the bar at the Angel's Share every night. All I need you to do is keep him in your sight. Think you can manage that for me?
Yes, Captain Kaeya. But does that mean that Master Diluc is the Dark Knight hero?
Who knows? It's just a hunch. I've been known to be wrong on occasion.
Master Diluc, Paimon has something important to tell you.
Yes, about Kaeya. I should have known he would see this as the perfect opportunity to get back at me.
Sounds like there's a bit of bad blood between you guys then.
I shan't get into that now. More importantly, the Knights of Favonius are responding more or less as I had anticipated.
All we need to do now is think of a counter plan.
Steer Klee up to the tavern for starters.
That won't work. It will only arouse the Knight's suspicion if I don't show up as they're expecting. That's what Kaeya is counting on.
So what are we gonna do?
Patience. Let me think for a moment.
Use Shadow Clone Jutsu.
If they intend to monitor me, then so be it. We can use this to create the perfect alibi.
What's an alabla? An alibi?
Alabla?
If you want to find out, maybe you can do me a small favor first.
Oh, come on! Why do you love cliffhangers so much?
In Mondstadt, mist flowers are most commonly found in a region just northwest of the winery. If you could gather some for me, I'd be most grateful. I will make other preparations here in the meantime. Ah, you're back. Allow me to introduce the winery's master brewer.
So many mist flowers. Great! I can't wait to see how this turns out.
So, are you certain the equipment can withstand this level of purity?
Oh my goodness! The winery owner himself is addressing me directly. Don't worry, sir. It is always my honor to serve you, even if it means risking my life.
Huh? What's so life-threatening about this?
Please, excuse me. I must get to work.
What's he gonna do with a bunch of mist flowers?
Long story short, a few days ago, the winery was experimenting with some new flavors. They wanted to see if mist flower can truly add a crisp and refreshing taste. Sure enough, they discovered that the flower's extract is truly potent.
So the new batch is selling like hotcakes?
No, not potent in terms of attracting customers, but slimes.
Okay.
Slimes need to extract elemental energy to survive. For them, this substance is simply irresistible. So I thought to myself, I wonder how much trouble I could cause now that I know this.
These missions.
Greetings, Mr. Huffman of the Knights of Favonius. To what do I owe the pleasure at this hour?
Oh, nothing. I'm merely procrastinating. I thought I might indulge myself with a beverage or two. Ah, traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, we were in the mood for an evening stroll.
What would you like to drink?
I'll have a dandelion wine, I suppose.
Ooh, Paimon wants apple juice.
There's apple juice in a tavern? Alright, Fischl's best girl and archer.
Aw, but Paimon forgot to bring her coin pouch. Do you have any more on you?
I also forgot to bring mine? Okay, yeah.
Then I must regretfully ask you to come back when you can pay.
Well, in that case, let this be my treat.
No need. We'll be back in a jiffy. Whoa! You used all of it! This is gonna be pretty epic.
Okay.
Yikes! Here comes the slimes! Quick, let's get to the tavern before anyone spots us!
Name someone else who can break down mountains.
Captain Kaeya is no doubt a formidable knight, but he also brings us more than his share of hassle. No, this isn't right. I should not be talking about my superior in such a manner. If he were to overhear me...
We're back! Is my apple juice ready?
One moment.
Mr. Huffman! Mr. Huffman! A situation at the side gate!
What is it? What happened?
It's... slimes, Mr. Huffman.
Slimes? You see them all the time. What's the big panic?
We do, but... Sir, there are more slimes out there now than all the slimes I've seen in my life added together!
Whoa!
Surely this couldn't be the Abyss Order's secret weapon. But I have another matter to attend to here.
Oh? The matter of your dandelion wine?
No, that's not what I meant.
So this is how the Knights of Favonius conduct themselves in a crisis. The Abyss Order is encroaching on the city gates, and your response is to sit here drinking wine? It's like I've always said, the Knights are not to be trusted.
Master Diluc is right. My conduct here has been below par. I shall set off at once. But first, may I have a quiet word?
I like the story so far.
Huh?
Shh, keep your voice down. I presume you know what this is about. Please watch Diluc for me. Do not let him leave under any circumstances. I must head to the side gate, but I'll be back shortly. I'm counting on you.
You have Kiki's key too?
That's him out of the way.
Actually, I want another Kiki.
According to plan.
It's hard to get another 5-star.
I must
to be
get
honest.
going too. I won't have a second to spare if I'm to be back in time.
C5. Oh, here you go, cutscene.
Ah, there you are. Dealing with you will be the easy part.
So here you go. We're about to fight the Abyss Order. All right, this is gonna be pretty epic. Where'd it go though? Oh, they just appeared out of nowhere. What the heck? So let's see. Your AR rank 54. I don't have many 5-stars. Like I have Diluc, Keqing, legendary weapon. Oh, I really want a 5-star weapon. Not gonna lie. I'm stuck with these 4-stars. It's pretty lame. I want to have like an OP weapon that I'll call like my best weapon. All melee weapons are equal. Yo, hello. And let's see, Kiki number 1, Kiki 2, Kiki 3.
Let's dance. Ouchie.
You never pulled from an event banner? How come? Do you not like the event characters or what? You have a C3 Lisa, Keqing, aka events. Wait, what do you mean? Is there a Keqing event that I don't remember of? Because I played this game pretty late. Like I started playing it this year. I didn't play it when it first launched. Alright, let me use... Oh my goodness, why am I frozen? Let me use Diluc since I'm not gonna play him again. I don't get him. Do you have Bennett? Because everyone's saying that Bennett's better than Diluc and basically everything he does. Is that true? Y'all let me know. Oh my goodness. Why am I frozen in water? Holy moly. I'm bad at Diluc. I'm glad I don't have him. Not that he's bad, but I can't personally play him. I like Xiangling though as a Claymore person. Noelle as well. Is there like an Abyss boss that I don't remember? Like the toughest Abyss Order character? I don't think I've fought one yet.
Classic Master Diluc. Not a baddie left standing.
Nothing more than a few hilly churls. No time to chat. I don't know how long those slimes will keep Huffman occupied. Best get back to the tavern.
Okay.
It seems Huffman hasn't yet returned. He made it in time.
The situation is sorted now. I never expected that the Abyss Order's army would turn out to be nothing more than a few slimes.
That is a surprise. Perhaps the Knight's true calling is to be slime exterminators. Who knows? Domestic pest control may turn out to be a more valuable use of your resources.
Master Diluc, please, have you no respect at all? How come you're sweating so much? You didn't leave, did you?
No, it was just really warm here. Alright, let's go.
Is it? But if that's the case, why are you also out of breath?
Uh-oh, Huffman is getting suspicious.
We're not suspicious.
Excuse me, sir. Might I be so bold as to inquire, did you see Master Diluc, today's bartender, did you see him leave just now?
Yikes, he's asking other customers. We're done for. ...
Master Diluc? Why, no. He's been behind the bar this entire time.
I see.
Mr. Huffman, your dandelion wine. You ought to get back after this. Send my regards to the rest of the knights.
Oh, never mind. I must be going. I should report back. Here, take this as a token of my esteem. How odd.
Okay.
Whew, that was too close. Paimon was sure we were toast.
I foresaw this eventuality. So, all the guests here tonight, save you two, are my own people from the Dawn Winery.
They're all in on it?
Not all of them. Or should I say, not all of us.
Oh.
Kaeya, where did you come from?
I just picked a good spot to quietly sit and watch the show.
What? You've been here this whole time?
Correct. The Dark Knight Hero's Alibi. I think it's my favorite chapter so far. More intriguing than a fine wine.
The story's getting
So,
good.
You plan to report everything to the Knights of Favonius?
Come now, Diluc. You know me better than that. I have no interest in exposing secrets. I was just curious to see how far Mondstadt's Dark Knight hero would really go. And you did not disappoint.
I have nothing to prove to you.
Oh, naturally. I must say, though, one thing I didn't see coming is that the mighty Dark Knight hero would actually need help from other people.
Sorry, we're closing. Please see yourselves out.
All right, all right. I have no further need of wine to entertain myself tonight in any case. Just one last thing before I go.
It had better be the very last thing.
I feel strangely comforted by the fact you now have an assistant, Diluc. I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Okay. Kaeya's mad at us.
What was all that about?
Don't mind him. Thank you for all your help with this matter. This is a token of my gratitude.
Wow! Thanks, Master Diluc.
I'm in the habit of working alone. But I did enjoy having your assistance this time. In the future, if there's anything you ever need, you can come to me for help.
That's a wrap for this arc. Dark Knight's Alibi.
Shh! Keep it down! I'm hunting! I've always heard about the wide range of ingredients you can find in Mondstadt, and it looks like it's true!
Are you a hunter?
No, I'm a chef! A chef on a mission to find rare and exotic ingredients from all corners of the world. My name's Xiangling. I'm from Liyue Harbor. And you?
I'm Baka.
Hello, my name's Paimon. Paimon! Why are you looking at me like that? What an exotic creature! Is it edible?
We're friends.
What a bummer. Can't eat it if it's your friend. You seem like good friends. I have a good friend too, called Goba. Isn't that the name of a Liyue snack? Both the snack and my friend have a special place in my heart. Anyway, can you do some hunting for me? There's lots of game around here that would be amazing to cook with. I can't catch anything to save my life, and I don't want to miss out. Sounds like a bit of an ordeal. Don't be like that. Come on, I'll whip you up a tasty snack later. Ooh, you had me a tasty snack. Don't worry, we're the bestest hunters ever.
Alright, whose side are you on?
Don't worry about it. Your friend has already given me a response. I don't care how it's done, so long as you bring me back some raw meat. Great! Then I'll leave you to it.
Here you go, Xiangling. I got your food.
Wowee! This is great! Some of it I'll shallow fry, some of it I'll deep fry with mushrooms. Ooh, and I wonder how well it goes with slime condensate.
I want to try slime.
Yay! You have finally come around to my food preferences! Sorry. I excited thinking about new recipes. As promised, a tasty snack. Go on, try it, and tell me what you think. Are we your food testers now? Oh gosh, this is delicious. Can you tell us how to make it? Sure. The only thing is I haven't written down the recipe yet. I got it. I'll make another one now so you can watch. I'm sure you'll pick it up straight away. This seems pretty hard to make. It'll take more than that to learn how to make it. And we don't have a frying pan or any condiments. Come on, it's simple. We can fry on a slab of stone and cook using some boar fat. Build a stove from rocks. Use dry grass for kindling, twigs for firewood. Sweet flowers will do for sugar. As for salt, I found a load of rock salt in a cave the other day. There's still plenty left.
Dang, she experienced.
I just can't help myself when there's a chance to try something new. But I can't exactly bring my whole kitchen with me every time I leave the house, either. Give me a second while I get everything ready.
Hey! What do you think?
What?
This is the boar's natural habitat. You can't hunt them here. You'll send them all running. We hunters know better than to kill the chicken to get at the egg.
Oh, I get it. The freshest, best quality meat comes from free-range boars that grow up in the environment nature intended for them. It would be a major blow to gastronomy. No, to all mankind.
That's one way to think about it.
I'm sorry. I got excited and didn't think of the impact we'd have.
You should apologize to Draff. As our leader, he always stresses the importance of respecting the rules of the hunt. I'm afraid he is very upset right now.
What are we gonna do?
I made a mistake, and I should go and apologize.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys. I'll cook up some more tasty snacks for you once this is over.
Yay.
Okay, don't worry. Paimon will remember even if you forget. Draff ought to be in Springvale. Let's go!
You must be Xiangling.
Sorry, Mr. Draff.
I heard the whole story, and now that you're here in person...
Ooh, he's gonna let her have it.
Violence is not the answer.
Please, help me promote my meat.
Huh?
Sorry if I was a little brash. Let me explain. Springvale has built its reputation on top-quality meat products, but this reputation is so far limited to Mondstadt. When I heard that the great maestro Xiangling herself was in Mondstadt, I asked Alan to send you over.
Maestro?
Haven't you heard? She's the one behind Wanmin Restaurant, that one-of-a-kind folk restaurant in Liyue Harbor. Her unique take on cooking ingredients is behind some of the best-loved dishes in all of Liyue. They are very highly rated by travelers, too.
You're too kind. I just try to cook things that are cheap and cheerful.
With a top-notch chef cooking top-notch cuisine with top-notch meat from Springvale, our reputation would spread far and wide.
I don't know. I only ever think about how to make tasty dishes. I never limit myself to specific ingredients, and I don't know the first thing about promoting anything.
You use boar meat all the time anyway, surely. I can't see what the issue is.
The issue is... what would you think if I added a bit of slime condensate?
That's... I mean, couldn't you add something a bit more normal?
There's no such thing as normal ingredients to me. You can turn anything into a delicacy if you cook it in the right way. I will not stand for having my creativity shackled by what ingredients I can and can't use. Food cooked like that is destined to be boring. Period.
Escalated quickly.
Well, since you feel so strongly about it, forget it. But it really is a pity.
You know, we did come to apologize.
There you go.
Couldn't you be a little more flexible?
Double Xiangling.
It's one thing to apologize, but it's another thing entirely to change the way I approach cooking. What's that smell? It's
Where are we
gorgeous.
going?
Hello. May I have a taste of your delicious cooking?
Sorry, I've taken all the orders I can for the next few days. The earliest I could put you down for is 7 days from now. Is that okay?
Wow, it must be delicious if it's that popular.
Odd. This woman's clearly a very popular
Yeah,
chef.
good point. Why does Draff want Xiangling to help when Springvale already has this lady?
Maybe he feels that Mondstadt cuisine can't compete with that of Teyvat's biggest business hub, Luya Harbor. But I disagree. I don't think my cooking is at all inferior to anyone else's.
Well then, show me what you got. Maybe I could give you some feedback.
Sorry, but customer feedback like, oh, that tasted good, is no use to me. If I wanted feedback, I would ask a professional chef. Hang on. Are you Xiangling?
That's me!
It's really you! Well, I guess you do know what you're doing when it comes to cooking meat then. As it happens, I have one of today's prime cuts remaining. So tell me, how would you cook this?
That depends on the ratio of fat to meat. With this cut, I would probably roast it over a hot stone with a little salt, some Joyun chili, and Kingston flour.
Ginseng flour? But the melted fat would make the flavor of the flowers 10 times stronger than when eaten raw. It would overpower everything.
I know, that's why it's a garnish. I would never marinate the meat in it. I've tried it before. If you baste the petals in oil and then cook them with the right heat and duration, it gets rid of the bitterness completely and leaves you with a lovely crispy topping. Then throw in some Joyun chilies grown at a high altitude where the low humidity and varying temperatures lends them a unique dry heat. The petals absorb the saltiness from the sea salt, the chili spice, and the umami of the tender, freshly grilled steak, while also adding a floral aftertaste.
That's pure overkill. You're going all out on the trimmings and doing no justice to the meat whatsoever. Who wants to eat a roast when you can taste everything except the roast?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop arguing!
I don't think you can hear anyone.
Well, there's only one surefire way out of a cooking dispute. I declare a cook-off!
Suits me. If you can't beat my cooking, it'll show that Draft was clearly wrong about you.
All right. But if I win, you have to use my winning dish to promote Springvale.
And if you lose, you have to add my winning dish to the Wan Min menu, with a caption saying, "This special addition to the Wan Min menu is generously provided by Chef Brooke of Springvale, meat expert."
It's a deal! I'm off to get ingredients. Wait! Wait!
No!
Let's try and catch up.
Alright.
Oh, that is better.
Perfect.
Thank you. That soup really did the trick.
What happened? Did you get frozen?
Yes. I was chasing a boar. And after chasing him all this way, he slipped into those underground ruins over there.
Oh, you want food, Smelly?
I followed him inside, but ran into a cryo-regis vine. It froze me instantly. When I woke up, I ran straight outside, but I only made it this far before my strength failed me.
How big was it exactly?
They do now. I'd heard of them before from others, but this was the first time seeing one with my own eyes.
Yikes! We should definitely keep our distance from the ruins. It sounds dangerous. It sounds delicious!
Seriously?
That's it! The missing ingredient! The icing on the cake! Calm down. Can we really eat a tree that's that aggressive? Only one way to find out. Let's go! Slow
It's
down!
a jungle!
It's dangerous in here!
It's a temple!
Ingredients don't stay fresh for long.
Okay. Oh, I have to kill them.
I'll protect us. Speed of light. We need to get going before they expire.
Oh. It's hard using this
She's quite the fighter.
it's hard going to the fifth person on
Foraging for ingredients takes more than just luck.
What? What? What's going on here?
Out of the frying pan,
That
into the
just like open and close. That's the prendo?
Aha! This must be it.
This must be it. It's a tree.
It's
Wait.
huge.
Oh, it's a cryo-regivine.
This is perfect. Come
Oh,
to
there's
me,
a
my
boss
little
in this.
treasure. Whoa!
That's epic.
My ingredients are attacking me.
Alright, let's go here.
Help me put him in his place.
We gotta put all the dolls here.
Let it rain.
Oh, he's already half dead. Oh, RIP then. The bosses I have in my world are 50.
Got myself a cryo slime, cook it up at dinner time. Even better if it's paired with a bit of swine.
Ooh.
Lighten up a little.
This girl have bars.
What in the world could bring more joy than finding rare ingredients? Wait, there's something else here too.
It's a pig.
This must be the boar that Hunter was chasing. But Paimon's never seen one with this pattern before.
Where have I seen this before? Aha! It was in the Historia Naturalis of Liyue.
It's Historia.
This pattern is unmistakable. It belongs to a breed of boar that went extinct 300 years ago.
What? Shut up, Paimon.
How is this one still alive after so long?
Accidental cryo preservation?
Could be.
I read that this boar was hunted to extinction because its meat was so highly prized. Condensate of jumbo cryo slime and extinct boar? Not one but two priceless treasures!
This will be our winning ticket.
Right! Now let's get back to Springvale!
Are you sure this is Springvale?
Yes, for the millionth time, yes. But I don't know any of the people you're looking for.
That is not possible. They all live in Springvale. They are my neighbors and friends.
This is strange. What is going on?
Surely it couldn't be.
What is it?
This hunter is also a survivor from 300 years ago.
What? Can humans really live that long?
Does that really make sense? Oh, like the way that you keep food fresh.
Still, it's hard to believe.
But it doesn't seem like there's any other sensible explanation.
Okay, so what's
my name? Olaf.
Olaf? Oh, I'm sure I've seen that on my family tree. I can't remember which generation it was from, but it was definitely on there.
So, a great-great-great-great-grandfather, but with a whole lot more greats?
They don't look so distantly related.
What an unusual turn of events.
Reunited at long last. Isn't that just amazing?
We got Captain America?
Olaf, do you want to come and watch a cooking competition?
Ah, yes, that reminds me. Brooke told me about the competition, and I've set everything up at the venue. You should come with me.
Missions?
We're ready to cook. Are you?
I was born ready. Oh, and Sigfria will be my assistant for the competition.
Then let the cooking commence. I will be your judge today. And don't worry, I may have known Brooke for longer, but I will remain entirely impartial.
Much appreciated. Well then, Traveler, Paimon, prepare!
Wait, we're taking part in this too?
Of course! If Brooke has an assistant, you guys will have to be mine. I'll need you by my side when the going gets tough.
Paimon doesn't remember applying for that job.
Well, I'm going to see this through.
Okay, Paimon will do it for the sake of the food.
Alright. You ready, Xiangling?
Our first problem is ingredients. We need something special to dress up the steak, but I don't have anything suitable here. I've got it! Radish is what we need. Mashed or grated, it'll add a touch of freshness. And we can carve little flowers out of it as a garnish. 2 birds, 1 stone.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Go find me a radish. There should be some in the area. Oh, and make sure you wash it because it's going straight into the dish.
Come on, let's wash the radish in the lake.
Oh, we're going to the lake? Oh, come on, I just... Oh, it's a speed run. Smell it, it's a speed run. Are you ready? Woo. Come on, Barbara.
Slime!
What?
Scared the bejeezers out of Paimon. This is way too close to the venue. What if they stir up trouble during the competition? I don't think we should risk it. Go get him!
I already got him. Xiangling, what do you need me?
Wowie! Big and luscious! It's perfect! Thanks, you guys! Now, how about...
Xiangling, look out! The pan's on fire!
Oh no! It's gonna burn! It's gonna burn! It's gonna burn! Get the fire under control! Without using water, though, or this dish is a goner!
What do I do? Wind? Continue to help... What? Extinguish fire. No. Help continue, Xiangling. Xiangling, what do you need?
Bring the fire down! It's gonna burn to a crisp!
It's gonna burn to a crisp. Oh no. Where are you going?
Ugh, this is practically charcoal now. Oh, I'm gonna have to start from scratch.
Are we gonna lose?
Also, I'm thinking our main is a little weak. We need to mix it up.
You can't mix it up after this.
Make me a mushroom chicken skewer. And make sure it's got that ooh la la on the outside. Then hits you with the cha-ching in the middle.
I did. Paimon, translate it for me.
Just make it taste friggin' awesome!
Oh, friggin' awesome! Let's go. It's time to make it friggin' awesome. Alright, cooking mushroom skewer. You know what? Just for you. I'm cooking manually. Let's go, Xiangling. Alright, what now? Give delicious mushroom skewer to Xiangling.
You're a natural. The meat is on track, but we're aiming for perfection here, and I just think it lacks a certain what? A certain boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka.
Yes, definitely needs some boom shakalaka, or perhaps a little
Shakalaka boom.
pow.
Is that really from an obscure Liyue dialect, or did you make it up?
I just mean it would be a waste of such amazing ingredients to just serve this as is. Let me see. What would be ideal is some kind of regional specialty. Regional specialty? Yes.
The Liyue
Something that's native
peppers.
to this area but isn't often used in cooking. I don't care if it flies, crawls, or bounces. Even insects I can work with. Interesting
I don't want
choice.
insects in my food.
I'm sure I can make something of it. Alright then.
Huh? Find suitable ingredients? Xiangling,
Thanks, you guys.
give cook ingredients. What should we give her, Smelly? Ah! Let's give her Froppy. Froppy thick.
Do you really want to add that? It's a little odd. It'll be fine. This was an excellent find, guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, Chef Xiangling needs to concentrate.
Okay.
But I'll be sure to annoy you again if I need anything else.
There you go. Froppy made her happy.
It
Alright.
looks like Xiangling's main dish is almost done. Let's go and see.
Come on, Xiangling.
Almost forgot.
What do you need?
Side dish. We need a... Are you
I'll
sure
allow.
it's no trouble? Here, take this. I just scrolled it down at the last minute. And here are all the ingredients you need. Is this the recipe for that snack you gave us earlier? Yes, with some minor improvements so it uses up the leftover ingredients from Liyue.
Ooh.
This is so complicated. How are we supposed to cook this with no experience?
I'm experienced, Paimon.
The technique doesn't matter. What matters is that you do it with passion. That's what my father taught me. And you must be passionate about cooking if you've helped me this much already. I trust you guys. I know you'll nail this side dish.
Leave it to me.
Confident. I like it. Come on, this is the final push.
Alright. With confidence, you can make anything. Make delicious jade parcels. Alright, let's go. Where's the jade parcels? We gotta go. Oh, I have a lot of ingredients. What the heck? Hey, thanks, Xiangling. Perfecto. That's it. I think we cooked the final thing. Side dishes, am I right?
They're
Sasha
so
2.0?
fragrant I could smell them coming a mile away. We're all set. And now to serve the meal. This competition is ours.
Woo!
This was a fine feast. I have dined today like I have never dined before. Both chefs' dishes today were nothing short of exceptional. They were true masterpieces. And that is what makes this an extremely difficult decision. But this is a competition, and there can only be one winner. And that winner is Xiangling.
Woo!
Whoopee!
Hog.
I thought I was sure to win with pork chops so fresh they were practically still grunting. But it turns out that's still no match for the taste of extinct boar.
Excuse me? Did you say this was cooked from extinct boar?
Yep, every last bit.
My goodness. A single mouthful must be worth 100,000 mora? The amount you'd make if you sold this could support every hunter in town for years to come.
The main thing is that you enjoyed eating it. I don't care about the mora.
It's true.
Anyway, now our judge has given his verdict. It's time for everyone else to eat too. I made plenty. Meanwhile, I want to try Brooke's dish.
This is absolutely delicious. I'll admit it, I was beaten by the best.
Losing is no fun, but it was worth it for the chance to eat such superb cooking. Please, Xiangling, I want some more.
This is gorgeous too! Such a perfectly layered texture. Were it not for that exquisite boar and excellent side dish, it's hard to say if I still would have won. Paimon's turn to eat!
Okay.
I will have a taste too.
I want a taste.
Oh my. This is the taste of Springvale. Or rather, it used to be.
It tastes so good. I want to weep tears of joy.
This is the last time I will be able to taste the food of my era.
He's crying.
Now, cheer up. If you like the taste, I can always make you some more.
Really? But the boar, it's extinct.
The boar may be, but the taste isn't. I can simply recreate it using different ingredients. Putting a smile on customers' faces is what we chefs are called to do.
Thank you.
This is so beautiful.
Good time was had by all, but everyone's gone now.
Except
Let's go and say
Xiangling's
goodbye
steak.
to Xiangling.
Oh, do we have to? I miss Xiangling. I'll play her next stream.
Thanks, you guys. Without your help, I don't know how it would have gone today. And without you, Paimon wouldn't have gotten to try so many new tasty snacks. Also wouldn't have gotten so full.
Where will you go now?
Not sure. I'll probably start heading back to Liyue, but I might change my plan on the way. I don't like to plan things too thoroughly. Who knows? Maybe you'll bump into me out in the wild again. Must be nice to be so carefree. You are a gifted chef. You made an amazing batch of jade parcels. Come and visit me at the Wanmin restaurant sometime. I did promise I'd cook for you. And if you want, I'll teach you how to cook some of my latest inventions too.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. See you again soon.
Bye, Xiangling. Brings a tear to my Xingqiu.
The heavens are smiting me. Smiting me to smithereens.
Excuse me, are you the Chang the Ninth?
Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means?
You said you got nothing to read now?
Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you.
Okay.
It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
What's going on?
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare. I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Jeez Louise, give that man a minute.
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please, just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
Boring. Some point to start off with.
So, you like reading, huh, Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
That guy's back at Cheng's 9th was pretty bossy.
How can they bully poor old Cheng the 9th like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
You and I have to find a way to help Cheng the 9th.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Cheng the 9th ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Cheng the 9th. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection.
You already have a plan, don't you?
Of course I do. An initial plan, anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader.
especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all. But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
What did the Fatui girl get here? She looks out of place.
Rain outlines your...
There you go, Xiangling, best buddy, help me out. Diona, shield me.
Let me amuse you.
I'll amuse you. Wait a minute. Oh, he is so weak. I didn't level him up at all. R.I.P. There you go.
Don't blink.
Don't blink. Alright, let me just figure this out. Did I already use the special? Alright, here you go. Get over here. Frozen. Who else is joining me? Frozen. What are you doing?
Let me weave you a verse.
Let me weave you a verse. Alright, here's Xingqiu. They have not played him in a while actually. I personally don't like his moveset. He's just so... Look, Chung's bigger sword.
Look at me.
Look at you, huh? Alright, and there you go. One last person.
No, my sword!
My game glitched for a
I thought that was
second.
just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson?
So you're a vision bearer?
Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just... extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face!
First, let's help Xing the Ninth.
Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as... Guhua Geek!
Guhua Geek.
Who goes there?
I'm Mondstadt merchant here for the meeting at the Gentry... What the heck is that? I'm Baka, a VIP client of your boss.
How strange. You're not on the guest list. The Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone.
Just anyone? Are you saying we are not just his VIP clients?
No. I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense.
Take me to the Gentry Mauchai, or suffer the consequences.
I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Xingqiu Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you, don't you?
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
What is happening?
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui. Who knows if Guwa Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
Still reading.
You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery. When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
We know that the Gentry Makaya's up to no good. What? Up to now?
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. They will know what to do. My liege, for reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the time comes...
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
It's in an ancient script, perhaps?
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to help us?
What is the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems they oversee a lot of business that goes on around here. Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action.
How can you be so sure?
Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is something we cannot do on our own. Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help Chang the Ninth, right?
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is the chivalrous thing to do. To savor the memory is ample reward. Each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude. I seek neither praise nor reward.
That sounds very lovely. But be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book, don't you?
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Someone from the guild should be able to receive you near Lioli Pavilion.
Hey! Stop ignoring Paimon!
I never ignore Paimon. Paimon's the best companion, Hilly right?
Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter requiring your assistance. It's all in this letter.
Why are you suddenly talking like Xingqiu?
A letter? Oh, I see. This again.
Again?
Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give this a read.
Can we actually read this thing? Is it even written in the common tongue?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight.
Wait, what?
Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Lioli Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking in the ocean view. Consider it a small token of our esteem.
Yay! Tasty snacks! They're giving us the VIP treatment!
Yeah.
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their presence, far be it from us to shirk our duty to them. Please, This way.
What is this?
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out or turned away at the door.
Free food.
Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Clout chaser. I'm a clout chaser.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Teyvat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liyue is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis in the harbor?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective locations on your map. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that too. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then Chang the Ninth. Roger that!
Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow, so many mora! With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Lioli Pavilion and eat there for a whole month!
The Feion Commerce Guild is certainly generous with its resources.
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feion Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feion Commerce Guild's warehouse, where you can see the rest of the plan unfold.
You're so utterly superior in every
Are you
single
in
way.
charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you might come. I hear the Feion Commerce Guild has been buying up all the core lapis stock in Liyue Harbor. As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. It's all yours, if you name the right price.
How much does it cost exactly?
The original buyer's price was already quite high, so...
Somebody some million?
The bet...
Are you serious? We spent less than 100,000 mora on the rest of Liyue's stock put together.
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while.
That's over 4 times what it would be, you crook.
Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You can take it or leave it. So if you're not buying, please leave me alone.
All right. When we get
Alright,
back,
skip.
we'll just...
Wait, surely there's no need for that.
Maybe you should think twice before fronting the Feion Commerce Guild.
Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much in one go. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say you gouged us over the price.
I understand. I'm sorry, please. I don't want any trouble with the guild. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of this batch. Several carts were ambushed by hilly churls. I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the goods, I can't sell them to you either. So maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total. If you can find them all and tell me where they are, I'll sign the contract right away.
You have a deal.
Oh, thank you very much. This is a lot to ask, I know.
That's that then. Well, no time to lose. Come on.
Alright, best of friendo. We're gonna go win right now. Why y'all fighting? Here you go. Here's earth. Fire. Air. Water. I think I did it out of order. Yeah, I did. For sure.
That's it, all right.
There we go. We need 5 more. Wait, can he sell me mine?
We've made a note of the cart's locations. All 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official. I also hope you could put in a good word with your boss for me.
Alright, this guy's such a swindler.
Dusted.
Nice work back there, Paimon.
We make a great team, don't we? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl. To Chang the Ninth's place.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, Gentry mouth-sized thugs have been mysteriously absent for a while now. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them again.
Oh? What happened?
Not only that, but we'd like to purchase your core lapis.
Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? What's going on? Have I died and gone to heaven? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But Gentry mouth-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
Rest assured, you are safe selling to us.
Huh. Okay then. My situation can hardly get worse from here in any case. But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
We'll send someone to collect the goods later.
Thank you. Thank you 1,000,000 times over. I really don't know what to say.
Don't thank us yet. Wait till we finish at least.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch at the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it. We're the ones who've been doing all the work. What exactly have you been doing all this time?
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I managed to finish the book off, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Divine Halberd, an ominous sword. Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. Nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words fail me. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai how?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation.
You saw how everything would play out?
And it is thanks to your help that everything will play out just as I had foreseen.
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? No fair. So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution that he seeks, he is certain to...
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that. Explain yourselves. What is the meaning of this persecution?
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Upon witnessing an injustice, it is a perfectly normal response to rush to the aid of he who has been wronged. Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. I won't beat around the bush. Master, if you please, seize their core lapis.
I don't know why it took us 3 hours to finish this mission, but you think that Xingqiu's mission is boring, Smelly? Less boring than Lisa or Yanfei? Do you think Yanfei's story is the better? That was text.
Quake!
No worries. Xingqiu. You have the animal arc, I mean not arc, geo arc on helping you out. On a rock.
Instead motion to commit breath of the flame.
Rise! I will have order.
We'll have pain.
Stand
We'll give them pain.
Rain outlines your victim.
And then here you go, last but not least, we got this little boy. Is there another wave or is that it? Oh, there's another one. 2 weeks, I didn't even notice it. Where's the little boss captain though? Fend off the agents? Ooh, someone cool! Finally, it's final boss. Alright, are you ready, Smelly? You know how we're gonna defeat him? We're gonna defeat him with water, earth, fire, air.
Absorption test.
All the 4 elements together. Once in unison. Once. All together.
Enhanced animal more. Pew pew. Incinerate.
Incinerate.
So soon. Crumble.
Crumble. Yes, they're hot and girls are so better about that. You trying to steal in Joshi or something?
Rise.
You already know when you talk about girls, they'll pop up.
Absorption test.
Where you at? Oh, you're invisible? Does not matter. I have water. I can blood bend you.
This is order.
What? I was Xingqiu. Oh my god, brutality.
Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off. The core lapis is almost within our grasp.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only. I did not lend you my men to have them stir up trouble at your beck and call.
What are you saying? Master, everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait. Master, wait!
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young man, I am unscathed.
My lord?
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager, and I make no secret of it.
Drats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find the money somehow. Happy now?
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny-speaking, book-reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day, that was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Appearances really can be deceiving.
You're too kind. You have valor in your heart, and that is worthy of admiration.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time! Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat, this is not a drill!
He is so obviously joking.
Jokes aside, I have the two of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me.
You're making us run another errand?
I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The two of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at Chang the Ninth's palace, and not just his gratitude?
A reward? Well, that sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay.
Why didn't you tell us that Xingqiu was the Fei Young here?
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
Finally, you're back.
Oh.
This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
No big deal. Happy to help.
Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this core lapis deal. What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you? It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity. My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned.
What just happened? A strange bookmark?
What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't.
What just happened? Oh, that's the end of the Bookworm Swordsman?
Oh, Master Jean! Sorry to bother you. We're collecting intel on the strongest fighter in Mondstadt. Do you have, one of those official Knights of Favonius verified ranking table thingies?
Strongest fighter in Mondstadt? Huh. I am sorry, but I cannot help. I do not have any relevant documentation on that topic.
Oh, well that sucks. Paimon was hoping he would at least make the top 5.
Well, although I do not have the data to make such an assessment, I will say that my faith in our honorary knight's abilities has never wavered. Which reminds me, recently one of the Abyss Order's mages has been active near the city, although he is keeping a low profile. If you are staying around Mondstadt, please be on the lookout for danger. Given your, well, high-ranking fighting strength, I trust you will be able to help keep the area safe.
Awesome! After he beats the Abyss Order, he'll climb up that ranking table faster than he climbs up all those cliffs!
You think I'll get to first place?
Well, either way, smashing the Abyss Order to bits is the right thing to do.
I like your enthusiasm. It is infectious. But be careful out there.
What?
Are you alright?
There's Klee. She's so tiny, what the heck?
I'm fine. I'm not hurt. sorry for bumping into you.
You dropped something.
Hey, look! There...
What is this? Explosion inside city wall. Grounded by the wall. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. Monsters be bombed. Klee be doomed. What is that?
Some writing on here. Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed? Yikes! Mr. Kaeya wrote these down for me. They're, survival rules. Survival rules? Yeah. Rules that I must absolutely never break under any circumstances. Otherwise, something terrible would happen.
Kaeya writes like this?
Yep. Ah, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Klee.
Hello, Klee. My name is Baka.
And Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. I've heard all about you guys. You're the honorary knight who helps Mondstadt. Wow! More recognition, yay! Paimon is so happy right now. I heard it from Amber. But wait, no! There's no time for this right now. I'm dealing with a big emergency. I grabbed my map and ran as fast as I could all the way here.
What's wrong?
The treasure I buried in the Whispering Woods. It's gone.
Gone?
Did you say buried treasure?
I think she needs our help.
Exactly what Paimon was thinking. Lost treasure is a big deal. Let us help you find it. Yay! Thanks, you guys. Here's where the map says the treasure should be. I put a circle around it. I also put a wooden sign in the ground at the place where I buried it, to make it easier to find. Paimon is starting to understand how this treasure went missing so easily. Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight, let's go! We're here. This is the place. Look, this is where my huge treasure was buried. And where there's now a huge empty hole in the ground.
Wait, who's that over there?
It's an abyss mage! Hey, maybe he's the one Jean was warning us about. What's that in his hand? My treasure! What?
I see the little girl has brought her friends with her. Time for a change of plan.
Hey, you! If you think you're so tough, get back here and fight!
After him.
Game's up! Now
What?
hand it over!
What kind of chasing was that?
Oh, you fools think I would give this up so easily after what I've been through to acquire it?
Okay. What? I don't get what's happening.
Dodge this!
Alright, let's go. Also, you can see this time I have completely new characters, so that's a change of pace from the last stream. I don't know how to play them though.
Don't be
Yo,
such a brute.
Don't be such a brute. Chase him down, aka walk 2 feet.
Come a
Yeah, I
little
agree.
closer.
No worries, the actual gameplay of the game is so much better.
Come a
These are
little
just like
closer.
side quests, basically.
You're
and then
in
each
for a
side
little
quest focuses on,
Come a little closer.
a different character.
Careful,
Oh.
Klee! Don't be drawn in by it! Abyss mages are the bad guys!
There you go. Are we still chasing him down?
That's right. Grandmaster Jean says that stealing is wrong.
Are we just... Is this how it is?
That girl's lucky she didn't come alone. Otherwise,
What? Is this another fight? What? Is this my mission? I'm so confused. You let me know what you'd rather see. Me doing these missions or me exploring? I prefer exploring.
Dodge this!
Alright.
Get frostbite.
Don't get frostbite.
Let's dance.
Alright, please.
But if we could just get him to give it back.
Oh, we just gotta ask nicely. He'll give it back for sure. Track down the Abyss Mage?
Where'd he go? The Abyss Mage. He just disappeared.
Okay.
What's going on?
Is there a hole here? I'm just showing these rocks. Wait, what's down here? Oh, he's under this rock?
Cool it.
Why? Yo, fire needed. What is going on? I'm genuinely confused.
A gateway to a domain! The Abyss Mage must have snuck inside!
Then he has no way out.
Klee, do you need a rest? Why don't you wait here while we get your treasure back for you?
No! I'm coming with you. It's my treasure that Mr. Fluffball stole, and it's up to me to get it back.
I admire your courage.
Don't worry, Klee is a big girl. Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight, let's go.
Yo. I should have put somebody with a shield. Oof. Lisa has left the building. Oh yeah. Lisa is Joshi's favorite character. That's why he's mad at me.
Stand clear.
Yo, what's up with these things? Alright, let me go back here.
I'll protect us.
Let me heal up.
Blazing delight.
Let's go! What the heck did I do? I wish I brought somebody with a claymore.
Dodge this!
Go, go! No one escapes my sight! Absorption test!
Let's go! Does this do like explosive damage, actually? Unknown soldier? Howdy, fella. Welcome to the stream. You hold attack, you can eat the enemies. Alright, let's see this. Oh, I can! Nice! Alright, let's see this. I need to get up there though, don't I? Oof! Okay, what the heck? Alright, that's it. You made me angry. Okay, lots of explosions here. Oh, wait a minute, is he good for these shields? Wait a minute. I want Klee then, because those shields are annoying to get through. Alright, Killer Red's treasure. So, we're fighting the Abyss Mage or what?
You followed me. I must say, I'm impressed. But this is as far as you will get.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
Oh, the human proclivity to gossip has provided us with everything we need. We learned that your little red friend had in her possession the most powerful treasure in all of Mondstadt. That treasure is now in my hands. There is nothing you can do. Now your precious treasure shall be your undoing.
No, no, wait! Don't touch it!
Oh, how you fret now your predicament is finally clear to you. Now, what have we here? A flame symbol.
What is his voice acting? What the? He just died! Alright, can we get an F in the chat?
I broke the survival rules. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. This is it. This time, I'm done for.
In my face? So, I guess.
Wait! So Klee's treasure is a bomb?
That was epic.
No wonder Klee was rumored to be the strongest fighter in Mondstadt. Paimon, for one, is never picking a fight with her, ever. Hold on. Why has she gone and run off?
Something to do with the survival rules?
Seems like it. Well then, let's head to the Knight's headquarters and report to Jean. Klee? You're here too?
I turned myself in.
Huh?
My bomb. I hurt someone. I broke the rules. I'll never see the light of day again.
Klee, I need you to answer me. You said someone was injured. Where are they?
Wait, there's been a misunderstanding.
Why is that?
The person that Klee blew up was an Abyss Mage.
But Mr. Fluffball was only a thief. He didn't deserve to blow up.
Hey, come on now. Paimon already told you that the Abyss Mages are the bad guys. And actually, they're the worst kind of bad guys you can imagine. They don't just hate the good guys, they hate all people. Their enemy is humanity itself.
Mr. Fluffball was a bad guy on purpose? Mr. Fluffball is the enemy of humanity? What? I don't get it.
This was an oversight on my part. I did not tell you these things before because you are still young. In fact, the Abyss Order is a hostile force in Mondstadt, which has been unusually active lately.
Because of Mondstadt's most powerful treasure?
Aha! That's it! Paimon understands now! They were tracking down poor Klee because they heard rumors about her treasure. Just like the way Paimon's first reaction was to try and get her hands on... no! To try and get the facts on the treasure.
So, does that mean?
In light of your contribution on this matter, I will allow you to take part in the next Ludi Harpastum.
Ludi Harpastum? Whoa!
You got very lucky.
Mr. Honorary Knight, you've gotta come too!
Whoop-de-doo! It's a happy ending!
Except...
Except what?
Klee, where did you hide the treasure to begin with? Were you trying to blow up the fish in Starfell Lake again?
I wasn't! I swear I wasn't!
She's giving us that look that means play along.
Uh-oh, Jin noticed it too.
Klee?
I'll see myself to solitary confinement.
What the heck's going on?
Paimon bets Klee must get bored in there all by herself.
Oh, it's this room that we can never enter, right? Yo, I'm trying to enter the room. Alright. Why is your name Wood?
Guess who?
That's Paimon's voice I hear.
Need help busting out of this joint?
Ooh, yes, please! Wait, no, I can't. Klee needs to be a good girl and think about what she did. Stop tempting me. Anyway, while I'm grounded, I'm making an extra special new treasure, the Ludi Harpastum version.
When you say treasure...
I made it into the shape of a Harpastum and everything. It'll look so cute.
You disguised the bomb as a Harpastum?
Just wait for Ludi Harpastum. Oh yeah, they're gonna love it.
Yeesh, if Jane was listening to this, Klee might find herself grounded for an awful lot longer.
So this is... she grounded? Hello. That's it? She's grounded? I might do it at the end of the stream.
Finally, I caught you.
Is something wrong, Sarah?
I have something I'd like the Knights of Favonius to do for me, and I want you to pass on my request to the Acting Grand Master.
Oh, so it's Jean you were really hoping to see.
You are close with her.
We're like peas in a pod.
Really? It must be a good feeling knowing Jean's got your back.
Anyway, what was it you wanted us to tell Jean?
Oh yes, I must apologize for being unable to visit the Knights in person, but the restaurant has been so busy lately. Unfortunately, it's right in this busy season that the route between here and Springvale, which is used for the delivery of our ingredients, seems to have been occupied by the Hilichurls. The problem is that the suppliers in Springvale say that deliveries have nothing to do with them. They're just responsible for selling us the ingredients.
So you want the Knights to clear the road?
That would be great. Please, ask Master Jean to send a party to clear out the Hilichurls from the road to Springvale.
Sure.
Hope at last. With Jean on the case, this will be solved in no time. Thank you.
Seems like everyone really trusts Jean.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Charles the bartender said he's been having some trouble too. Why don't you stop by and see him on the way?
Fine. In for a penny, in for a pound is the Paimon way. But this is really stretching the definition of on the way, in my opinion.
What do you think this is, kiddo? A fruit juice store?
How rude! Especially since we're here to help!
Help? Oh, yes. You're the acting grandmaster's new hotshot helper, aren't you?
That's one way of putting it, but...
Great. Tell Jean I need my quarterly tax return forms then. It's time to get Elzer on to doing the accounts again. I must say, though, the tax rate on alcohol in Mondstadt is pretty steep.
Do you really need to get Jean involved with this stuff?
Acting Grandmaster Jean personally goes over all the accounts. After all, the wine industry is Mondstadt's main source of income. Jean takes great pains to make sure no detail is overlooked.
Paimon never knew that. Jean's job is even harder than it seems.
The Acting Grandmaster's hard work indeed makes our lives a whole lot easier. We're certainly very lucky, but to put it bluntly, we just take it for granted that that's the norm now.
Wow. How do you sleep at night knowing how much pressure you put Jean under?
When you put it like that, I do feel quite ashamed. I suppose I should give her one on the house next time she's here. Although, I doubt the Acting Grandmaster even has the time to spare for that.
Sounds like a poor excuse to deny Jean a free drink. Come on, let's go and see Jean. Acting...
What the? I meant to not skip.
Master Jean?
Master Jean? Hey Jean! Jean!
Oh, it's our honorary knight. Sorry, I must have been daydreaming. How can I assist?
Actually, it's not us who need your help. It's a bunch of other people.
Alright.
I see. Well, thank you for your service to the people of Mondstadt. I have made a note of these commissions in my files, and I will make arrangements accordingly.
Poor Jean.
Great!
Whoa.
We didn't miss out on anyone's commissions, did we? Sarah's Hilly Churls, Charles' tax return, Margaret's cat. Seems that's everything. We'll be on our way then, Jean.
Oh.
Jean, are you okay?
What the heck? Oh no. Something's wrong with Jean, and you bring her to the cathedral in search of assistance. R.I.P. Jean. Come on. Hey, it's Barbara. Hey, Barbara.
How's Jean holding up? Is it serious?
It's just burnout from work stress. She'll be fine after a good old rest. Thanks for bringing her here. She may have tried to keep soldiering on otherwise.
It's not a surprise, though. She does have a lot to get through every day.
Poor Jean. She's always been one to push herself too hard while overlooking her own needs. This isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Seems like you really care about Jean.
Oh, you think so? I mean, she's the acting Grandmaster and all, and we can't have her collapsing all the time now, can we? So you know, it's not like this is a personal thing. It's just out of love for concern for the greater good. Yes, that's it.
What's up with Barbara? Huh. Weird.
Anyway, you're an honorary knight, aren't you? While the master is down, the knights should share her burden, no?
That's a very good point, but shouldn't one of the fully qualified knights do that?
Jean has so much to do. An extra pair of hands can't hurt. You should go and check in at the headquarters. Jean will be fine with just me here.
Paimon feels like she's trying to get rid of us.
Why is that?
Nothing. We'll leave you to it. Come on, let's go. Oh, it's Kaeya!
I've been waiting for you.
What's Kaeya doing?
I have been informed about Jean falling ill. On behalf of all of the Knights of Favonius, allow me to express my sincere gratitude for your assistance.
So courteous and polite. This isn't the Kaeya Paimon knows.
Well, the circumstances warrant it. This is the acting Grandmaster herself we're talking about. Now, in addition to that thank you message, there was one other thing.
You have a job for us?
It's like you read my mind. We have quite a connection, don't you think?
Things like helping to fill in for Jean?
Right. Although the commissions you reported to Jean have already been handed off to someone else, I am concerned that they will not be handled with due care without Jean's personal touch. So I am hoping that you can help out where you see fit. I will feel much more at ease knowing that the honorary knight is personally overseeing these cases.
You can flatter us all you want, but answer me this. Why don't you do it?
Oh, I have far more important matters to attend to. There are so many things to to prepare.
Fine then. So it's Sarah, Charles, and Margaret's stuff you want us to help with, right?
Those are the ones. I appreciate the help.
What's up? Lisa! Oh no, she's come back.
Lisa, are you here about the tax return?
Oh, hello, darling. You're quite right. After I heard about poor Jean, I thought I might lend a hand with some of her more literary duties.
Cool. Well, if we're no longer needed here, we'll be on our way.
Wait a moment. Actually, Charles here was wondering...
Please, allow me, ma'am. I just took a rather important order. But unfortunately, we've run completely dry, and the delivery from the winery is behind schedule. If it's not too much trouble, could you go and do something about this logistical nuisance?
That's a logistical
What's so urgent about this order?
It came in at the last minute. Literally just a few seconds ago.
Exactly. Hence the urgency.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
So this is where Charles's delivery disappeared to.
Have you come to rescue me? I've been waiting long enough. In all the time I've been working at the winery, this is the first time I've been robbed by hilly churls. If you'd taken any longer, I don't know what I would have done.
Fear not! My friend here is a hilly churl exterminator extraordinaire!
Just as well. Then please escort this transporter to the end of the road. And be careful with it. Just beating up the hilly churls is not the aim here. You'd better make sure the goods stay intact because I certainly don't have the Mora to replace them. I'll be waiting up ahead.
Wait, this is protecting? Protectable? Uh-oh. Alright, here you go. We gotta use Amber. We gotta show our marksmanship. I'm waiting for the hilly trails to attack. Okay, Archer. I don't know how he's alive, but okay. Okay, let me get rid of this real quick. Yo, you know what?
Animal hypostasis emulation!
Oh my god. Destruction. I think that's it. You were following me the whole time? I didn't even realize.
Thank you, my friend. I thought I was in deep trouble this time. It's a good thing you showed up. I'll put in a good word for you with the gentleman at the winery.
Venty's here.
So, yours is the cat that went missing.
Venti! Have you come to help?
Me here to help you? Why, on the contrary, it is I who needs the helping.
But Paimon just saw you talking to Margaret about Prince.
Aha! So, Prince is the name of the feline fiend who thieved my spare astral iron strings. Though it gladdens my heart to see that the free-spirited ethos of Mondstadt is alive and well in creatures great and small, still, it's a bit audacious.
Prince is a mischievous little rascal, all right.
Spoken just like the parent who chooses his spoil, said Rascal.
Indeed. Just like Barbados.
Yes, quite. Now, let's see about getting ourselves an audience with His Little Highness Prince Rascal of Mondstadt. I have a performance tonight, and without my spare strings, I shall have to disappoint my audience.
What would a kitty cat want with lyre strings anyway?
Everyone knows cats go crazy for a ball of string.
What?
These lyre strings are made of astral iron, which contains animo energy. That makes them extremely durable, so I normally just roll them up in a ball to make them easier to carry. That's a trick of the trade from a traveling bard.
The strings contain animo energy? That'll help us. It's time for you to use your elemental sight again. Paimon's sure there must be some elemental footprints or something.
Thank you all. Prince should be somewhere around the marketplace. It's a black cat you're looking for. Oh, take this fish. It's Little Prince's favorite food. Maybe it'll help you find him.
What a good name. Alright, find Margaret. So, I just realized that this little elemental site is basically Ein from Hunter x Hunter. You get to see the...
Hey, look!
Ooh.
Over there! It looks just like the cat Margaret was describing.
It's not Morgana, cat said.
So it must be Prince, right?
Oh wait, am I actually chasing? What? I was about to catch him though. Dan, that would have been like a A quick, easy catch. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh. Oh, it's frozen. Complete Margaret's commission? My gosh, just raced me to it.
Prince! Where did you go running off to? Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
We definitely had our work cut out for us looking for him.
Oh, Princey, how could you leave me like that?
Looks like those two need some time to themselves. And here are your astral iron strings, Venti.
You found them! Wonderful! I was not optimistic they would turn up. I dare say that a private performance played using these very same strings would not be an excessive way to show my gratitude.
What?
Apologies. At this distance, my cat allergy seems to be rearing its head.
Oh, now Paimon gets why you didn't go looking for your strings by yourself?
Anyway, thanks for the help. I'll be going now.
Poor Venti.
Got it. I'll set off right away.
Amber, are you here to help out with Jean's commission?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I was just getting ready. Who better than an outrider to mop up some hilly trails on the delivery route?
Oh.
Sarah, what are you still stressing about? I'm an outrider, and I won't disappoint.
You misunderstand me. I don't doubt your abilities. I'm just overwhelmed at the number of orders piling up in front of me. Another bizarre order came in just now. It's like they're hosting a banquet or something.
Is there anything I can help with?
Really? You don't mind helping? Oh, that would be wonderful. You really are the good hunter's guardian angel.
Yeah, well, those hilly trails are going to be a handful, too.
Well, why don't you take this order? Start by getting the ingredients.
What?
Are you sure he can be trusted? It might end up tasting a bit funky.
What do you mean?
We're well past the point of aiming for perfection. This is now a fight to save the good hunter's business.
A fight?
For this dish, we need 3 sweet flowers and 3 fowls. Okay, go and get ready. You too, Amber. I'll be waiting here.
I'm the best chef in Mondstadt. What are you talking about, Paimon? All my food has a little boom shakalaka. Alright, we already got
Have you
this.
brought me 3 sweet flowers? Steak.
Boom shakalaka. Look at all these ingredients. What the heck? I have so many. There you go. Boom shakalaka.
Yep, that's everything. Now, order number 7 is for 1 sweet madame.
And so begins the story of us becoming basic kitchen hands.
You did say you'd help Good Hunter out. Be sure to serve it while it's hot.
Are we cooking? I like Xiangling better. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
This smells absolutely divine. This is nothing less than what I would expect from a head chef, never mind a sous chef. Since you cook so well, you might as well take this sticky honey roast next.
Sticky honey roast? I'm sure she's heard Amber and Kaeya mention this one before.
That's right, a mainstay of the Good Hunter menu. It's my pride and joy. The knights order it almost every time they come here for a gathering. Let me teach you the recipe for a sticky honey roast.
Wait, didn't you say it's your pride and joy? You're going to teach us how to make it? Just like that?
With your cooking skills, I don't think you will be doing a disservice to the Good Hunter brand. As soon as that sticky honey roast is ready, please bring it here.
That's what I'm saying. The Gordon Ramsay of Mondstadt. Alright. I'm pretty sure we already have this sticky honey roast recipe, right? How did we get it? Oh, I found it. Dang. I wish you could put it in alphabetical order so I know where to put it. But there you go.
I'm still waiting on 1 sticky honey.
Oh, here you go, girl. Nope. I already have 25 of them. What am I doing?
This is... wow! Did you really cook this? This is quite simply astonishing! You were born to be a head chef.
That's what I'm saying.
Are we released from kitchen duty now?
Yes, thanks ever so much for your help. Amber should be able to take care of everything else. If you ever get tired of being an adventurer, there'll be a job waiting for you at Good Hunter if you want it.
I think we're finally finished with the commissions we were doing
Where's
for
Amber?
Jean. A day in the life of Jean really is hard.
Ask
work.
Barbara about Jean's condition.
Wonder how she's feeling now.
How's it going, Barbara?
Hi, Barbara. We're back.
Welcome back. You must be exhausted.
How's Jean doing?
Jean has regained consciousness and should be back to her normal self soon enough.
That's great news. Let's go and see her.
But she just left the cathedral. I tried to tell her she needs more rest, but she wouldn't listen. She tried to act like she was fine and kept saying she wanted to get some fresh air. I bet you she's gone to Lady Vanessa's place again.
Where?
Oh, that huge tree at Windrise? That place is dedicated to Mondstadt's hero, Vanessa. Jean goes there whenever she feels lost and confused deep down inside.
Barbara, that's some pretty personal stuff. How do you know so much about Jean's innermost thoughts?
Jean, mentioned it to me, you know, before she left.
Jean is still recovering, right?
That's what I'm worried about too. But I still have work to do here.
Don't worry, we'll take over nursing duty for now.
Great! That puts my mind at rest. May the Animo Archon protect you. And Jean.
Lady Vanessa, I hope your watch over Mondstadt remains unclouded. I do not know if I, or the rest of the world, as you had hoped for, have become stronger. Huh?
Why is it black screen? I was gonna say.
Hi, Jean. Are you feeling better now?
Much better. I was not expecting you to come here. Thank you for your concern.
Are you sure? We saw you beneath the tree just now, leaning on your sword. It looked like you were struggling. Are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard?
You can always rely on other knights.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Hearing that boosts my spirits. But I must find a way to cope with minor setbacks like this on my own. Otherwise, how can I be the protector that Mondstadt needs me to be? The protector that Vanessa was.
You truly revere Vanessa, huh?
I do. Vanessa was the first Grandmaster, a kind yet formidable woman. I have always hoped to follow in her footsteps. As the Lionfang Knight, she courageously overthrew the oppressive ruling aristocracy of her time. Then, she founded the Knights of Favonius and became known as the Dandelion Knight, spreading grace and compassion throughout the land.
Dandelion Knight? Isn't that your title?
Actually, all of the Knights of Favonius Masters throughout the ages have inherited the title of Dandelion Knight or Lionfang Knight.
Oh, that makes sense now. You too want to be as gentle as the Dandelion Knight, and yet as fierce as the Lionfang Knight.
Yes, I know it sounds like a huge honor, inheriting both these titles from Vanessa, but I see it more as a huge responsibility. After all, it is a lot to live up to.
I can get used to Jean the Lionfang Knight.
Paimon thinks so too.
Huh?
Jean?
Who's there?
Caught red-handed. Finally, an opportunity comes to get rid of the Master in a moment of weakness. And then you two show up and ruin everything.
How did they know about Jean's condition? Choosing this moment to strike is a low blow, even for this lot.
As long as my name is the Dandelion Knight, I swear I shall not be defeated by such despicable means.
Since this opportunity has slipped away, I shall now be
Stop! After him!
Jean, you're still recovering.
You should go back and rest.
No, I must go after him.
Jean, you can't keep doing this to yourself. Why can't you trust us to handle it?
I do trust you, but to let an enemy get away like this would be a major dereliction of duty.
Fine, but at least let us go with you.
Thank you for your understanding. I will graciously accept your help.
Nothing here? No treasure? Whoa, 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 whoa! Who blew me up? Is Klee here? What's going on?
Are you hurt? him in his traps.
How badly are you hurt? Oh, one of my own being injured because of me is the last thing I would wish for. Let me handle this alone.
No, you are in no state to handle this alone. We're coming too.
Okay, but before we move out, at least let me heal everyone with my dandelion breeze.
Thanks. You're amazing.
Okay, we are healed. Yes, I get to play as her. Let's go. So, regular sword. Alright, that's regular. And then, let's see. Whoa. Yeets. Alright. There you go. Easy dub, easy dub. I was about to jump down with him. Is it lag? Alright. I don't know what that best mage said, but I just ignored him. Too much of that voice in one stream. Alright, Jean's alright. I wish I could apply buffs here with my artifacts, but I mean, it's alright for now. Alright, where do y'all want to go? In the water? This is literally Klee's dungeon! What the heck? They recycled it! Wait a minute.
Let the show begin.
Oh wait, why am I Barbara? There you go. It's easy. Too easy.
Barbados, guide us.
Okay, that's the healing part. Whoa! Why are they frozen in the air? Okay. Ooh, is that the final room? Abyss Mage, where you at? Oof. Why are you on the edge? There you go, easy dough. Okay. What the? Okay, that was on me. Okay. Are y'all enjoying the worst gameplay y'all ever experienced? I tried to do Jean only, but no. He's still alive? Oh, I was gonna say. Alright, we gotta do a sister team up. That's what we're doing. Or not. Frozen. The code never bothered me anyway. Oof. Okay, Barbara was the bad choice for using it right now. Alright, easy dub, easy dub.
Wind, hear me.
Oh, there's more ice. Alright, there you go.
Whew. Thanks to Barbara's help, my condition is better than I thought.
Are those coins on the
The
ground?
main thing is that you're safe. Now, isn't it time to get back to Mondstadt and rest, Acting Grandmaster?
Yes, I should at least go and thank Barbara again. I hope she's not upset with me.
Master, you finally returned. The Animo Archon protects you.
Swan, were you waiting for me? Has something happened?
Yes, at the Angel's Share. Don't worry, it's nothing big, but...
Has there been a bar fight?
Okay, I know I said it's nothing big, but... Alright, how can I put this? They just really need the Acting Grand Master.
Huh?
Well, if you say so, Swan, I will go. I should not let the other knights down. It's fine. Now that I have had the chance to stretch my legs, I feel much better.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. You really saved me on this one.
For goodness sake, what is happening to the world? Swan used to be the most honest fellow, now he's dumping things onto Jean.
Well, Swan was clearly agitated. Maybe it is an emergency after all. Let's go and see what this is all about, shall we?
I'm right! Yo, big brain. Yo, lots of food. Hey, here's all the characters.
Oh, what's all this?
It's a thank you party for you.
A thank you party? Jean,
When we heard the news about your illness, we were all so worried about you.
We can only imagine how much pressure you must be under as acting Grand Master, and you do so much work all over Mondstadt.
We thought that since you so rarely take any time off, we'd take this chance to throw you a party. Enjoy yourself, Jean. After all, you'll never let us do this once you're back at work.
Jean? Huh? Is this Jean when she's shy? I've never seen her like this.
It's easy to forget that outside of work, Jean is just a normal person, like anyone else.
This is just all such a surprise. Thank you, everyone. This really means so much to me.
Well, it's nothing compared to the amount of work you do for all of us, day in and day out.
But there are so many things I still need to do.
Fear not. We wanted to make sure you could relax and enjoy yourself. So while you were away, we all pitched in and finished off your work for you. Every last task.
Did you really? Even the issue with the food deliveries?
It was no different from what we see on patrol. A couple of hilly churls. Didn't take much to get rid of them.
And the tax returns?
I spent so much time doing library admin. A few more pieces of paper to deal with was really nothing to worry about.
Well, what about Margaret's missing cat?
Are you kidding me?
That rascally prince was apprehended by the brilliant honorary knight. And he also reclaimed my precious astral iron strings while he was at it.
Enough already. No more thinking about work today. Enjoy yourself while you've got the chance.
It is my honor to work alongside you all. Praise be for the Animo Archon's guidance. Speaking of work, it must have been hard work to put all this together. Where did you find the time?
Actually, our friend here was the key organizer behind all of this.
Me?
See all of this food and drink? He made sure it all arrived on time. Not only that, but he cooked each one of these beautiful dishes himself. So relax already. There's no need to be so modest.
This is a lot.
Of course, we also have Master Diluc to thank for the venue. Otherwise, we would be looking at quite an alarming bill right about now.
Despite my initial reluctance to sponsor a Knights of Favonius event in any way, I, like any other citizen of Mondstadt, owe Jean my gratitude for her hard work.
Oh, Master Diluc,
All right. Jean's supposed to be taking it easy. Stop crowding her.
Agreed. Now, let the party begin!
Oh man, that was an epic shot. A spirited and cheerful party.
Looks like everyone seems to be partying hard.
Alright, what the heck?
Oh, my word! The Dawn Winery's wine is every bit as delectable as they say. I would never be able to afford this normally. So, in the spirit of enjoying the moment while it lasts, another glass for the bard, please.
Venti can drink a frightening amount.
Ah, hello! I didn't see you there. I blame the wine for monopolizing my attention. Much like my ballads, it deserves to be enjoyed for generations to come. What is this floating sensation I feel? Have I discovered the true meaning of animal power?
My god, this guy.
That would be the drink talking.
I hereby declare that every son and daughter of the City of the Wind must be compelled to taste this finest of wines. Here's to good wine!
Okay, Venti, you're funny. Everyone knows Venti Story Quests is
She
next.
saw Jean go upstairs by herself.
Oh.
Let's make sure the woman of the hour doesn't get left out.
Alright, let me just talk to everyone out here because it's a party.
Oh, wow.
What?
Amber, you look like you're about to burst into tears. Whatever is the matter?
2 things. 1, this sweet madame. 2, this sticky honey roast.
You're welcome, girl.
Did you make them?
You better believe it.
I refuse to believe it. Where did you suddenly learn to cook so well? I'm
Xiangling.
going to finish eating this, and then you're going to teach me everything you know. Don't you dare try and run off.
Oh my god.
Has Amber been drinking?
Alright, that's why Amber's best girl. How's it going, Kaeya? What y'all love?
Hey, having a good time?
Why did you say I was the organizer?
The thing is, Jean knows all of us so well now. When someone organizes a surprise party for you, the closer you are to them, the more bashful you tend to feel about the whole thing. So instead, we just gave you all the credit. After all, you did do more than your fair share of the work anyway.
So, you gave me the credit to hide your own shyness?
Of course! This party was clearly Kaeya's idea. Shy Kaeya? This is gold.
You think so?
So you admit it!
I'm only indulging you since it's such a special day today.
Alright. That's honestly one of my favorite missions, because that's one of the best endings. Try to talk to Diluc. There's no way to go there. How's it going, Diluc?
That's glass number 37.
What's Diluc doing?
I'm keeping count of this bard's alarming pace of progress through my wine. Only the knights drink for free tonight. It seems he didn't get the message. When he sobers up, I will present him with the bill.
Diluc, you're a meanie.
I'm joking, of course. I highly doubt he could afford it anyway, so I shall spare him the bill. But I must say, the sheer volume of alcohol this fellow can put back is just not normal.
Alright. Everything's funny here. Everything's funny. Alright, I go talk to you. I was gonna talk to Lisa first.
This is quite a lot of excitement considering the idea was to relax and take it easy.
Would a drink help you relax?
Is there anything without alcohol?
What do you normally drink?
Water.
Oh, you know. I normally mix a few things together, but I always add some bright red.
Red? Let me guess. Tomatoes. No, watermelon.
Chilies. I add chili peppers.
You look like spicy food.
Chili pepper? In a drink?
What? Alright, here you go. Last but not
Leaving
least.
the hustle and bustle of the banquet behind them, the two of them stood there, together, in the quiet of the night, while the rest of the world melted away around them. Sounds like the sort of thing you'd find in a romantic novel now. I'm not trying to get you to recite poetry to me or anything. I'm just saying, Jean went upstairs to the balcony, alone. Now's your chance.
What? What are you implying? Oh my goodness. I think that's everything. That's everyone. What an awesome party. What an awesome view. Now it's time to go talk to the girl of the hour. Where's she at? We did it, team.
Oh, it is you.
There you are.
Yes, I am just getting some air.
Uh-oh. It seems like something's bothering Jean.
I want to thank you again.
Actually, I knew nothing about this whole thing either.
Either way, it is good to be here together with everyone. It has lifted my spirits. And it has taught me something.
What's that?
I am definitely more of a Dandelion Knight than a Lion Fang Knight. The Lion Fang Knight represents Vanessa's past, a past in which she fought hard for Mondstadt. But it was the Dandelion Knight that represented her hopes for the future, a future belonging to the newly formed Knights of Favonius.
Jean, Vanessa would be so proud of who you are right now.
I do believe that Vanessa watches over us, whether from high up above or from the wind all around us.
Let the wind lead.
Let the wind lead. The winds of freedom will guide us along the path that lies ahead. I hope you will continue to join us on that path.